Hey YouTube, hey Twitch, we'll be right with you guys in just a second. All right. Let's get this show started.
Do you wanna ride with Sammy? What you want me to do? Come on and slide with Sammy. Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn Sammy, damn Sammy, damn Sammy, you done fucked up.
Thanks, Sammy.
Yup! Happy Monday. How the hell are y'all, man? Happy hour, all that flyness. Hopefully everybody is well. I'm doing wonderful, actually. It's going to be a good day. We got some good topics. And I have C Cash next to me.
Oh, okay. Check.
Every week he gets me with that one. And I got K from Font Productions on the other side.
Hey!
Yeah, Ella not fucking with mine.
That's all I got, I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
I'm not a rapper.
That's true.
See?
A rapper you or not. Shout out to TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all of the above. Shout out to y'all, man. We got all the chats going. If you are in the chat, shout us a holler. Let us know where you at. Give us some feedback. Let me know what you sipping, what you twisting, whatever have you, man. But
Hey, speaking of the chat, Cartega's Corner said, I finally caught a live episode. What up, C Cash?
Yo, Joe Cartega was good, my guy. How you?
fire.
Oh, man, you missed it, man. You were supposed to be at the joint. Your boys was going crazy.
Shout out to you, Joe. That's love. I'm glad you was it felt good that you was even trying to catch us. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad
You was trying to come up here.
Glad you was able to make it. Well, we do that. We'll do that. We'll
We can
get that
definitely
done.
get that up.
We'll get that done.
And then we also got Vuxier YouTube said WSG, which what's
What's up, gang?
What's going
Sup,
on?
gang?
That might be what's going on.
yeah, okay.
There's
We're
a
gonna
lot
go
of
with that.
acronyms nowadays.
I
Yeah, I'll
can't
be
keep up
late.
with them.
I'd be late.
Yeah, just assume that you're talking to your 65-year-old grandma when you're
I'll
typing.
catch
to me.
him on 2025. No, but we good, man. It's crazy, but I'm guess while we let everybody fall in, this is the perfect weekend to recap, right?
Oh yeah,
Long weekend, everybody did something, right?
Yeah.
we sure did.
So, Cash, you want to start with your weekend recap? You want K to go first?
Yes, I can start. Thursday was Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can't speak about the weekend of Thanksgiving without speaking on
No, Thanksgiving counts. Thanksgiving
so, on Thursday, I woke up maybe about 7:30 or 7 o'clock as if like my daughter had to go to school, but she didn't. And I started cooking or whatever because I was supposed to do some of my cooking the night before, but I went to sleep a little early and started hooking up some stuff, hooked up some fish, some baked fish, some fried chicken. And then, I hung out a little bit with the family, just chilling. Then, wifey, she had to do her stuff, more so her stuff or whatever. Hooked up with my nephew, spoke to my sister. Just lounged around, but, still making sure the food and stuff was ready for everybody to come through, make sure the house was clean and stuff like that. Had a wonderful day. My nephew came over first with my sister, then she left and then came back. My uncle came through. Some boy with dreads and like this like puffy hoodie and like a little hat, like Frank Lucas, he came through with his girl. You know what I'm saying? That was fun. You know what I'm saying?
I love my style.
I don't. You not nice. Stop
Love
quoting
my
Ether.
style.
Fuck out of here. But anyway, it was a wonderful day of fellowship. Of course, if you follow me and know anything about me, family is very important to me, and you know, the holidays are kind of bittersweet because, you know, I got some angels that I would love to be here, but they're not here no more. But you know, the spirits of, you know, all our family members bring those spirits back around, and you know, help us to keep them alive. So then on Friday, what did I do on Friday? More hanging out. It was kind of a day off, somewhat, so to speak.
So Saturday.
Yeah. I'm trying to think that I do anything think about that was important. Not really. Just still more hanging out, you know, regular day. Part of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And then on Saturday, of course, November 30th, which everybody knew, I had the battle, C Cash versus the fake horror movie ball. So, long story short, the guy didn't pop up. I mean, and then on top of that, I probably was a little more discouraged because with the Gates of the Garden thing, they wanted us to, everybody to, you know, try to be there a little earlier and things of that nature. So I got over there about 4:30, 4:45 to be exact, because you was following me. So what, about 4:45, right? Mm-hmm. We get there, the doors wasn't even open yet. So when that happens, it's just like, you guys gotta practice what you preach. Long story short, I get in the building about 6. Nothing starts till maybe 7.
Yeah.
And then the guy never showed up. So as long as he's alive and not in the hospital and not sick, fuck you, bro.
Wait, so we still don't have a reason?
No, we don't have any explanation. We don't have I'm not gonna make it. We don't have my card down. We don't have shit. We don't have nothing.
9 people hitting him up that was in the building.
Has anybody heard from this man?
I hope he alive and he cool. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the
From
day,
what I get, his phone still ring. So, you know.
I mean, I went on his Instagram, DM'd him and shit like that. He ain't answer. So, but who knows? We don't know. We don't know. It's a crazy world. You know what I'm saying?
In this world, all we know is if your phone's still ringing or not.
Yeah, I mean, but that don't really mean shit.
Nah.
You could be in the trunk of a car while your phone ring.
I mean, for 2-3 days now.
Good.
You got a great battery.
I mean, yeah. Somebody might be charging it, trying to keep people off the Amber Alert
Nigga
jump.
might be busting your plays for you.
Yeah, like who knows?
That's
Cortega
crazy.
said, "That's corny, man. That was gonna be a good one. The culture needed that."
Yeah, man, it was gonna be a great jump, but you know, it's gonna be another day. But shout out to Bao, he had a crazy performance, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a crazy performance. Shout out to Enes, he had a crazy performance. I heard the chess versus prep battle was crazy.
You left before that.
Yeah. The little discouragement started getting the best of me.
Prep had a good pair of new bows on that night too.
Yeah, but I don't like his team jackets that he always wear.
That was the best one he had though.
Probably.
That was the best one he had. But yeah, I traditionally hate a lot of stuff he wears. That's why I was like, it was alright that day.
Yeah.
No, cause he be trying, but he got a different eye than I guess would be the way to say it, right? Like,
man, we giving him a lot of press right now.
We don't like the same shit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean everybody got here.
Yeah, but no, that was definitely corny, bro. I was out there. I left before he left, so.
And again, I apologize to all of my people that came out to see a dope event from me, a dope performance from me, something that would have been a level changing situation for me. I was told that if I was to do good at this battle, I would have became a gatekeeper. I mean, whatever. As long as that comes with better battles, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was told. So hopefully, I'll get the same caliber of my next battle or someone better. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. I mean, and more C Cash to come. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy shit is when I was leaving, I walked to say what's up to Ness because he was at the table with Bill and he had just kind of got there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, Lou, I'm about to get out of here. He like, you rolling? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. He like, what time you got here, yo? And I told him, like, yo, Lou, you can't come that early. I'm like, bro, I'm on cash time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we did what we supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, it's all good, gang. And then I spoke to Bill, and then I got out of there. Mm-hmm. But it was just so funny because that was the first thing he said.
Yeah.
Like,
because he know the game. Yeah.
And he looking at me like, you should know better. But I'm like, no, like, when they
because
play
that
the
was
game
the
a certain
lineup.
way, then that's how we going to run it.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Who was I to be like, all right, I'm going to come at 7 anyway, and then...
And y'all just going to hold it down. Mm-hmm. Like, that's corny anyway.
What if main cuz was there or whatever? You know what I mean?
I'll get into my recap because I guess since I already started talking about the fact I was there on Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. Thursday, did the most good. Went through grandmom's, hung out with the family at grandmom's, watched the football. I
actually watched the Eagles game yesterday. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
that was part of my recap.
It's Sunday.
Yeah,
all right, my bad.
My bad.
Cool. Didn't have to tell the youngins to take the trash out. They already knew their job. You know what I mean? Don't have them looking at me. Make sure the trash empty all day.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But no, I had a good time with the family. Ate really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
They had everything. And it's like little shit that happens. Like, you know, grandma up there. She 98. So.
Damn.
You said that like Kevin Hart. Don't do that.
Oh.
But I'm fucking with
98, nigga. That's accomplishment. That's all I'm saying.
I showed you a picture last week.
Yeah,
man.
you did, but I ain't remember you said 98. That's crazy.
Yeah, she the one.
Shout out to her.
She definitely that. But like they and excuse me for everybody that don't participate, but a lot of my family eats the trotters, the pig's feet. They put a bowl of pig feet in front of her and then splash some hot sauce on that motherfucker. Bro, you would have thought like a baby was born. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like her whole face lit up. And it was like, oh, now she got the cherry on top of Thanksgiving for her. Like, and it was just fire to always see different ways that you could go about making somebody so sweet and so simple happy. You know what I mean?
98, man. It's not a whole lot to look forward to.
But she's never been hard to please. Like, you could buy her some Produce Junction flowers,
Oh,
and you'll go back a month later and they'll still be there.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you guys. We just got a super chat.
Chat.
A big super chat. So, shout out to you, LDRA God. We appreciate that. He said, good night, sir.
Good night.
What does that mean?
Super chat mean they sent the dono. A
Oh, okay.
donation.
That's what's up.
And a sizable one, nice one. It wasn't just $2 or $5 is what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's
shout
fly,
out to
man.
them.
And
That's what's up.
yeah, our super chats is open. We also can share the pages Cash App if it makes it easier. To definitely get us a bigger percentage, but we appreciate all super chats, please and thank you. That's dope. We also got merch and stuff, so there's other ways to support.
I got scared a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I thought it was an emergency. But
No, I just don't usually interrupt you guys like that, but a super chat is a reason to.
No, for
no,
sure.
you good. But my grandma just always been, like I said, you buy a $6 flower, she have them for a month. You like, how the hell do you do that?
Appreciative.
And it's like she just know. Or she'll teach a girl how to bring the grits back when they get cold. Without, you know what I mean? Without messing up. She still got all the tricks.
Nah, she know everything, bro.
So it just be like, man, she's just so funny to me. So
98 is uncanny wisdom, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, my grandfather died at 78, her husband. So she been riding out. She was younger than him then. So then we shot through your family crib and shout out to your family. We had a great time. Great time. Drunk a lot of cognac, talked a lot of smack. Got to hang out with my little homie. You know what I'm saying? Little medicine ball.
Shout out to Fat Man.
Got to give some good words to your nephew.
Shout out Jazz.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Jazz first and foremost.
Absolutely. And your daughter was in there being her. So it's just always dope to just see y'all and y'all vibe. And I know that for the kids it's like we intruding, but they was good.
My
good.
kids are very well mannered.
They was good. They was super good. So I had a good time with that. Friday, shot to Allentown. Had to catch up with K-Side. Mom Dukes had a birthday lunch.
Okay.
We called all cars, pulled up, had the baby there. The baby, shout out to LL, has been to 26 breweries?
Yeah, something like that. 26, I think.
And she's 4.5 months old?
Yep.
It's amazing. So we hung out with them, caught a vibe with them, went back to the crib, drank some more, played some board games or whatever have you, and then hit the highway because I started talking to K-Mom about ghetto games. I'm like, get me out of here.
They definitely were.
It was
Ghetto
like
games.
Ghetto games. It was crazy.
Ghetto games like what? Like catch a girl, freak a girl?
No, like Knox, like Bloody Knuckles and shit like that.
Yeah, my mom used to play Bloody Knuckles.
Shit
trolling,
heathens
bro.
play.
You
like,
told me about it. I'm trolling. You're
but
right.
it's just crazy. Like, no, because now that you say it, I gotta say it for the people. But and then Saturday, like I said, I was dragging. I ain't gonna lie. When Casual told me what time he was leaving for the battle, I was like, shit. That's earlier than I thought.
And then you set yourself up to be there earlier than that.
Yeah, because I'm so used to being on time. He said 3:30. I was there at 3. But it was cool. I when I realized that I was supposed to be there at 3:30, I ain't hold it against him.
Thank you for once.
It was on me.
He
I
be
let you
acting like
live.
the fucking drill sergeant.
And you dragged me all around. I let you live.
Man,
It
we
was cool.
I only rode you to 5th Street. Man, shut up.
And then Sunday was a cool day. Whole lot of football watching and shit. Yeah. So that was the weekend recap.
Whole lot. I only watched one game. I didn't know it was more than one game on.
See,
What?
that's the problem.
Oh my God.
You
Cash,
don't know
we'll work on you.
I'm not
It's
a
okay.
football watcher.
It's
Y'all
all right.
don't see every battle, every music video, every blog.
You know that football is way easier to keep up with than
Right.
all of your examples.
What are we talking
It's
about?
more interesting to me.
Did
I'm
you watch
sorry.
Tay Rock Card last night?
No.
Oh, all right. It was 7 hours long.
I was on some fuck battle rap shit yesterday. All day.
7 hours long. But go ahead, Kay. I guess I kind of recap.
Yeah,
your
you
weekend, so
you
let's
kind
get
of
into
you kind
something.
of recapped my whole weekend too.
So let's get into-
Dang.
Let's get into something, man.
That's crazy.
All right.
Let's have some fun, man.
Let's get
Turn
into
this puppy up.
something. All right, let's start with some sports.
Let's get into something.
Why does it
You
sound
want
like
so to speak that
somebody's on the porch?
Cause somebody's out front doing something stupid. Oh shit.
You might want to go upstairs first. You want to go upstairs first?
Anyway, so let's start. Since we just talked about Thanksgiving, let's start by talking about Shay Shay and his dog. So Shannon Sharp posted on his Instagram a little, hey, happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours message on Thanksgiving Day. And this was part of the video that he posted with it. Now, the interesting part is he has his dog sitting on his lap at the table. And of course, the internet went wild. There were a lot of comments, a lot of, why would you ever have your dog at the table like that? It is not sanitary. How is that dog your family? That type of stuff. And Shay Shay clapped back. He said, you know, this is how we do it at my house.
No
This
shit,
is my
that
family.
dog looked like a baby from over here. Like
That's
just
crazy.
the face is like the face is down or something. But no, I could tell it's really a dog. But no, I get it.
Yeah, so what'd you guys think about this whole
He
situation?
also said, it's my dog. I pay to fly this dog private, which is kind of crazy, right?
But also true.
That's a
But
weird
you don't
flex.
pay to fly the dog private. You fly private and the dog comes with you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. You don't pay extra for the dog to come. It's a private plane. It's 5 of y'all on it. And, a
I ain't
pilot.
gonna lie, this don't help the narrative that he trying to go against.
And that's what's crazy. But, and that's another thing. You know, like he tells stories all the time. So a lot of the comments was like, now you know your grandmama would never let you have no dog at the on the damn table. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if you look at statistics of, you know, cultural older black women, I don't know about that one. A dog at the table, that's wild.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So it was a lot of jokes, but the funny thing about Shannon, him and Wayne got something in common.
His name is Shay Shay.
They do things that, nigga name is Shannon. Mama named him Shannon.
Fuck with you.
But no, it's crazy because people hate when you call him Shay Shay. But
I think
one thing about him is he does stuff that he knows is going to catch traction, and then he acts oblivious to why people are talking about it. And it's like, bro, you operate in your own way, which is cool, but you keep showing people this way, and you kind of easy target at a certain point. You're a big enough figure, you know what I mean? Like, not trying to take nothing away from him. He earned that target. But he also has to, like, stop acting flabbergasted and just go with the jokes or leave it alone. Like, it doesn't have to be a topic. You don't have to address it. Or if that's what y'all playing in pre-production, utilize it in a fun way to where we're not getting the same. But Ocho, everybody know. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got to do that every time, bro. Sometimes you can just be like, "Dawg, this was a good one. They got me. Y'all got me. Y'all got old Unc again. Old Unc Shay. You know what I mean? Do your thing. Roll with it." But I think as far as, you know, the dog in his lap, to each his own, man. Clearly he closer to that dog than he is to his Michelle. But
All right,
who took the video?
No, can we ask a question? Because it's an album out called Summertime Butch of Benny the Butcher. And I believe the voice on the album during the skit is Nicki Minaj. And she asked a question like, you know, like, she like, why is guys wearing crop tops now? And then she was like, we let y'all have all this other shit and she included like the Frenchies, like that niggas be walking around with little dogs and shit now.
Oh, that's real.
So when did like football player size dudes start running around with little dogs?
When they got purses, they needed a dog to put in it.
Yeah, he definitely has a purse.
That's
and
a bad job.
He has multiple dogs, and I'm not sure if all of them are miniature dogs. Cause you know when you got mansions, you be having like 6 dogs and shit. I think he got like 3.
Yeah, I don't want
But I don't know what
dogs.
the other ones look like or whatever have you. I don't know if this it's. He always say he an animal lover, and if he could buy what did he say specifically the other day that he wanted to buy that was just like nigga what?
That dog like
he
look
would.
like a cat.
But what y'all think about dogs at the dinner table and praying over them at that like?
So
I would never.
I would pray with my dog long before I let my dog be at the dinner table.
But I mean, like, you know how, like, people slide their dog food at the dinner table, maybe under the table.
I don't.
Does your dog have to be on your lap to eat? Like,
No.
Touching the dog is
it's
unsanitary.
unsanitary.
Right there. Just touching the dog. The hair.
And I'm sure it's the best groomed dog in that city.
doesn't
But that's
matter.
unsanitary.
It's a dog.
Dog shed.
Yeah, it's a fucking dog. He
It's
licks
very
his own
strange.
ass.
They drool.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
I don't know,
fucking
man.
dog.
But you know what, though? I believe that Shannon draws attachments. Is my mic loud enough?
Yeah.
Draws attachments to certain things to be able to stay focused or to deflect from the other things that might be missing in his life, like a mate. Or we don't know. He might have one that he's just not telling us about. But like I think sometimes he puts pressure on the things that he does as far as routine or these pets or whatever have you to be like, as long as I got this, I'm good. I could just keep going. Where he might have some gaps that's like, if you had a lady or whatever you want next to you, you might not be rubbing that dog as much
I'm saying
as
if
you've
you
been rubbing that dog.
if you eating at the table with the dog, you got to sleep with it.
Yeah, them dogs sleep in that bed.
I ain't sleeping with no dog.
Me neither.
That's just dirty to me.
Me too.
But everybody different.
That's a fact.
What y'all think, chat? You sleep with your dog or you don't sleep with your dog? Or is your dog a human being? Who knows?
My dog got a perimeter to surveil. It don't need to be in a bedroom with me. You got a job, nigga. We upstairs.
Right.
You hold down the fort.
Right. That's what I always thought.
Like, why you up here with us?
Mm-hmm.
They go beat you at... No, man, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
At least bark first.
Right.
Like,
Once you bark, I can go get the
I
joint.
can
Really
go-
bark.
I
Now
can-
we barking
I
together.
can call 911.
No, I'm gonna go get the other barker.
I mean, 911 caller. All right, so that's cool. That's enough for Shay Shay.
All right.
Let's get into something interesting, man.
I mean, again, I think the bottom line is you helping people paint the narrative that you just pulled a whole stunt to divert.
Crazy thing is, I'm not really that interested in what he into.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Like, I don't care.
All right. Let's talk about some football. And before we get into the NFL, there is a college game that we got to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Did anybody in the chat watch this fucking legendary game?
So, Georgia versus Georgia Tech. This weekend, the two rivals faced off. And historically, Georgia has won. I think their last 5 meetups, at least. And Georgia was favored to win the game. But in the first quarter, Georgia Tech scored and ended up pulling away. So we get to the fourth quarter, and the score is 20-3, Georgia Tech, at the beginning of the fourth quarter. From there, this game gets absolutely
Ridiculous.
wild. The game ends up going into 8 overtimes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
8, bro.
that's a lot for football.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was throwing 2-pointers.
They have...
It got crazy
Once
out
you
there.
get to too many overtimes, they have different rules. So you have to go for 2-point conversions.
See, I told y'all I know fucking sports. Y'all be thinking I don't know shit.
Did
If
you
I
know-
wasn't paying attention or knew nothing, I wouldn't even know that mattered. It was 8 overtimes.
Yep.
8 is a lot.
It's a whole lot.
In any sport, bro.
Whole lot.
But go ahead, Kay.
Has that ever been done before?
I don't know if this is history. I don't think anybody said it was historic, though.
Think anybody said it was
I've
historic.
never heard of 8 overtimes ever. Nothing. Nowhere.
I'm pretty sure there's been probably more, and that's probably why they switched the rules to the 2-point conversions
Okay.
to shorten that shit.
So it's funny. I can't even
Because baseball used to go longer. They cut that shit short.
I can't even pull up the like quarter by quarter score because there were so many overtimes that it just starts at the third overtime.
That's crazy.
But
Well, I don't think nobody scored in the first two.
I think they did.
They did? Oh,
Yes. The final score ended up being 42-40 with
Georgia.
University of Georgia ending up on top. Georgia Tech, who had the lead up until the end of the fourth quarter, ended up losing the game. And if you go back, I recommend watching the highlights for this game because it was just a crazy turn of events. And overall, both of these teams played amazing. There are definitely some NFL caliber players on both of these teams, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the draft this year. But both teams cleared over 400 total yards, with Georgia Tech having a total of 563 yards covered, which is crazy in and of itself. Each team had about 300 passing yards, and the average yards per play for Georgia Tech was 6.7. So for them to still come up with a loss after all of that is said and done, you really got to give it out to the Georgia team.
No, that game was amazing. And I feel like Georgia Tech turned into the Falcons at the Super Bowl. All the way up until overtime, and then they woke up and it was a battle. And, Georgia pulled it out. But it was very similar to how they lost that Super Bowl. And with the Falcons, it's like, it's a foregone conclusion that this is over.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this little thing happens, this big thing happens, something else small happens, and now momentum builds, and we are worried about losing our momentum. I mean, our lead. And it happens before your eyes, and you wind up in overtime for 8 overtimes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. But salute to everybody that participated. I don't even know, like, if you lost, was that really your fault as a coach? After 8 overtimes, like, something just got to give at a certain point, right? So, whatever, man. Salute to them. That was entertaining as hell for a lot of people. I saw some pictures on the gram from people that was in there, videos. Oh, yeah? It was rocking in there.
That's crazy.
It was when I say 8 overtimes in person.
That's crazy.
And we 4 quarters drunk.
Yeah, that shit probably.
It was rocking in that
That's crazy.
And there's no energy like college football energy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And March Madness energy. There's nothing like it.
It's like encore.
Lit, bro.
Encore.
They probably was ping ponging and all that. They was wide awoke. What we doing?
Yep.
But no, that was a dope game.
All right, let's get into the NFL. Our Week 13 update is underway. So, NFL started on Thanksgiving with 3 games. We had the Bears versus the Lions, where the Lions won 23-20, a very close game.
Crazy game.
The Cowboys beat the Giants 27-20. The Packers beat the Dolphins 30-17. And then on Friday, we had a game, the Chiefs versus the Raiders. The Chiefs beat the Raiders 19-17 in another nail-biter.
Another strange turn of events.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Then moving on to Sunday football, the Texans beat the Jaguars 23-20. Another close game that I was not expecting. The Colts beat the Patriots 25-24. Another crazy close game. The Chargers beat the Falcons 17-13. The Seahawks beat the Jets in a crazy game 26-21. The Commanders crushed the Titans.
They snapped out.
42-19.
Yep.
The Steelers beat the Bengals 44-38.
Yep.
The Vikings beat the Cardinals in another close game, 23-22. The Rams beat the Saints 21-14. The Buccaneers beat the Panthers 26-23. The Eagles beat the Ravens 24-19.
Yes, sir.
The Bills beat the 49ers 35-10 in a very
great
snowy game.
I love watching snow games.
And tonight we have the Browns face off against the Broncos in Monday Night Football.
You ain't never play 1, 2, 3 hole in the snow. You want to watch snow games. You want
played
to watch
1, 2, 3
niggas
hole in
go
the
hard
snow. I played tackle in the snow.
cold.
You know what block I'm from? You don't
All right,
understand. I had the top nose guard and top center in the public league on my block. Them big niggas is moving
Nigga always got
everything.
a story. You can't even freestyle troll the
Listen,
nigga.
I
man.
know.
We had to play all the other blocks. There was only one block that was fucking
You
with
can't
mine.
say nothing without that nigga being top notch on it. Like, no, but,
Nice, man. I could run
but
my
fuck
ass
that.
off.
This nigga
could
run
run, I could
track,
catch.
play ball.
I never ran track.
Badminton, did everything, huh?
No, you know what's
what
crazy?
you ain't do?
Track was like, I'm going to run real fast and then stop and then it's over. I ain't make no sense to
Can
me.
we get back to the NFL?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
See? Story man.
So I just thought it was very interesting that this week we had a
just make it longer.
ridiculous amount of close games. And I think that really speaks to where we're at in the season. So if you think about it, this is week 13 out of 18. We are getting into the heart of the second half of the season. Lines are starting to be drawn. And if you don't like what side of the line you're on, it's time to change things. Now, whether that means making trades, chalking the season, or even taking a closer look at those injury lists. There is a lot going on in football right now, and it makes for a lot of close games. Like, who would have thought that the Lions and the Bears would end up neck and neck with the Bears record being what it is?
Or McCaffrey would go out again.
Right, McCaffrey going out again after just coming back for, 2 games total in the season?
Yep. They saying Achilles.
Yeah. I heard a possible PCL tear.
What's a PCL?
It's part of your knee.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's bad.
And then,
Achilles is game ending for a lot of people.
No, I know Achilles is crazy, but...
well, Achilles was his first injury for the season, which is why he was out for the first 8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
He came back from that, but unfortunately in yesterday's game against the Bills, he
The
suffered a
PCL.
knee
Yeah, well,
injury.
you know they say once you fuck up the ACL one time, it's never the same.
Yeah.
Like, all of that shit. 2 out of every 3 people that get their ACL surgery get it again.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think Kobe ever really got it all the way back.
That was Achilles.
So
That's what I'm talking about.
Achilles is different. That's this part.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to check in with the standings because this week was really interesting. So, of course, in the AFC, you have the Chiefs leading the way with the best record. They are currently 11-1. You have the Bills right behind them. They are 10-2.
Yo, the Bills look good.
And then you have the Steelers holding steady at
No
9-3. Followed by the Chargers and the Texans right behind at 8-4 and 8-5. So I'll be honest, some of those teams I was not expecting to be in the top the way that they are. I did not expect the Steelers to be as good as they are this year. I did not expect the Chargers to be hanging tough with a lot of these teams the way that they are. So for them to be doing so well is kind of astounding. And at this point, we are pretty late in the season. So
The Steelers is a Mike Tomlin story.
What does that mean?
He's a hell of a coach. They made that quarterback change and put Russell Wilson in there, which nobody thought was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought he was past his prime and not built for their style of offense. And he's been successful. He's had some hiccups, but like that was early on after the switch. He's been balling. And everything else has been coming together. He's learned. I mean, even if, you know how sometimes they call quarterbacks game managers? If you say he's just a game manager at this stage of his career, then he's a hell of a game manager. You know what I mean?
A facilitator, just like the
But-
point
but-
guard in basketball.
But when you will have a starting quarterback that's supposed to be that, and then you go to this guy that y'all traded to basically coach and pop in once in a while when needed, and he takes over a season like this, like Tomlin is doing his job, man. That playbook is getting treated the right way. It just is what it is.
That's
Like,
good.
Yeah,
Shout out to another dope black head coach, man. He's the longest tenure out of any of them, I think.
that's crazy.
Mike Tomlin is a hell of a coach, man. Underrated.
And then moving over to the NFC, obviously we have the Lions on top. They're 11-1
It's so
with
scary.
the Eagles and the Vikings both at 10-2. Packers at 9-3. I did not expect the Packers to be that good this year, but Jordan Love is really, really a great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Commanders at 8-5, which I don't think anybody had.
Nobody
then.
saw that coming. Nobody thought Jalen.
No.
I hate their name.
The Commanders. Yeah.
They supposed to be getting a logo back. It's in they discussing it right now. Bringing back the original Redskin logo.
That would be nice.
I guess. I mean, if it was a real purpose of canceling it, well, then again, politics is changing hands, so cancel culture is over. What was I about to say? The somebody you mentioned that was in the that was 8-5. Damn, I forgot what it was. It's cool. Don't even sweat it.
Was it the Packers
Before
or
that.
the Vikings?
No, it wasn't that. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool.
But yeah, I wouldn't have expected those teams to, especially the Packers and the Vikings, to be leading the charge the way that they are. I knew that the Vikings were going to have a tough team, but I wasn't really sure how they were going to gel with all of the new pieces that they had, and for them to be, right below the Detroit Lions and close with us at the Eagles, that's really, shows they made some good choices in the offseason. So I'm excited.
Said the Bears look good, Sammy.
No, it wasn't the Bears that I was thinking of that I wanted to say something about, though. I appreciate you.
I'm excited to see where things shake out. And we do have a new first-time chat on Twitch. So shout out to What You 1889.
Salute.
He said, "Buddy, you stream pretty good.
Appreciate
and I
you.
would love to be a friend and fan of yours. Kindly add me on Discord." And he
that's
dropped
nice.
his Discord.
We would love to
Let's
be
do
a
it,
friend.
man.
We
Let's
definitely
do it.
will follow
Appreciate
you
Appreciate
on
the
the
support,
Discord.
man. I love. That's fire.
Absolutely.
That's super fire.
So, anything else about the NFL before we move on from that?
No, I think it's going to be really interesting. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. You realize with the Eagles and the Ravens game, y'all basically took Lamar Jackson out of MVP contention this week.
Yes, we did.
Like, I don't think people realize that. And, it's debatable.
And we also...
Like, who knows? But, like, I really think that y'all changed the storyline for the season for him this week.
We also might have edged Saquon Barkley above Derrick Henry for the
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, but as far as MVP go, he still got to deal with the quarterback from Buffalo. What's his name?
The quarterback from Buffalo?
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen's acting crazy right now.
I'll BRB.
He is acting crazy. Do your thing. So, you said you watched the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm.
Was you fucking with it? What happened, man? Like, what? First of all, why was you watching the Eagles game? Let's keep it G. Let's be honest. What happened, man?
I was watching the Eagles game because I happened to be in the house on some real shit, right? On Sundays, I usually be outside because it's kind of busy on Sundays for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Certain legitimate things, but it's busy. But anywho.
Gangster say it.
Anywho, I'm complex, man. You know that about me. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the game because I was still a little bummed out. I'm on the couch with it. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Thumb in your mouth.
Yeah, I was a little irked that I didn't get my battle off. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard. I was very prepared. Wanted this to be the one of my best performances of the year, but whatever. So, mind you, my lady is from Baltimore originally, and she wanted to watch the game.
Ah, y'all had a little rivalry going. So you was talking crazy?
Nah,
don't talk too crazy.
She was in and out of the screen, like she wasn't even really paying attention that much. She was
wanted to
watching
know
it.
What's going on?
Yeah, she was watching it, but she don't be knowing what's going on. And then shout out to my homie Kendra. She came through and got a plate. You know what I'm saying? And was chilling with us, talking to us for a second and shit.
Fire.
But no, they was getting it on. You know what I'm saying? I seen a couple little picks come off. They plucked Saquon for the ball. You know what I'm saying? It was some shit going on. They was getting busy, but the Eagles, got the little edge of it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a little back and forth, and it was pretty good scoring game. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it was halftime when they spoke to the coach and they asked him about the condition of the game and where they at to that point. And he said early on we missed a couple things and we're gonna fix them. And I feel like they fixed them motherfuckers, and then there was no turning back. Like, I feel like they went from looking like they was out of control to taking control of the game real quick. Like they had a good conversation and flipped the switch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what makes you a little more confident about this team than last year's team.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you're not so much getting over on games that look ugly, and it's like, well, that could have went either way. That's what it was last year when they was 10-1. It was like, we keep winning ugly games. And it's like, no, some games could be ugly, but you can still show dominance at a certain point, right? And show what your strengths are, what you're able to build on for the playoffs. And I think that the Eagles showed a lot of that yesterday against a good Ravens team. A good Ravens team, man. Lamar Jackson he's a monster. Even when, like, he got his helmet on and his grill in and you look at his face, you like, he's a killer.
Right.
Like, Lamar is going to tear somebody's head off by any means necessary. Even that play he made when he was supposed to be sacked twice and he still got to the outside to pitch that shit, it was like, that's just dog shit. You don't even care if you get hurt.
Right.
You with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So I love watching Lamar play. So it was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a great game. I want to bring up another topic, but we don't have Kay here to help us with the graphics. So what George can we do without a necessarily a graphic? Did you have any topics? Oh, did you hear about Drake?
I did.
You heard about Drake performing at the World Cup?
Man, fuck that. Fuck him performing at the Cup.
Is it true though?
I don't know.
Nobody said it but Maul. Maul said it, and then somebody else piggybacked it. So now it's, well, y'all talking about Kendrick going to perform for $148 million, Drake going to perform for $1.6 billion, and I'm like, when is the announcement? Because the World Cup is a big deal, but if you look up the World Cup, it's a tournament, and it's played everywhere,
right?
And we talking about the finals? Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
Like, I don't know, but I just thought that was bullshit.
Bro,
bullshit.
What about this nigga doing the whole
You gotta stop typing because it's throwing you off.
No, I got it.
All right.
What about this nigga doing the whole a whole lawsuit on the joint and
on UMG? And
not only did you do that, but you just read it on the whole industry. You gonna go and say that they using payola and this is how much we pay for this. This is how much we pay for this. This is how much we pay for that. Like Wack 100 said, you are outing the whole system, the same system that helped build you.
Probably his intention, because he's selfish and he's always been selfish.
That's crazy.
Because ultimately, and I mean, you know, maybe he has the right to whatever he's fighting for, but and we keep saying the boy is half something else, right?
Bro.
When it comes down to it, if he can settle for $2 billion, fuck y'all.
That's crazy.
That's what it is. That's the simplest way I can say it.
That's the wholest shit ever.
Because even if, like, and this is what Glasses was saying to Rory, actually. Glasses Malone was saying, how the hell you going to do this and stand on this and not include your part? Why would you include somebody else's numbers and not count what they did for you if you willing to die on that hill? If you really willing to blow it all up,
the same way,
why wouldn't you do that?
The same way a nigga get booked with a pistol, but he also know about such and such Lil JoJo smoking Lil JoJo.
But my point is, I think that he's ready to give it all up on his side too, as long as he get that $2 billion. You know what I mean? Because right now, he went from signing for $400 million that he supposedly recouped on. And I believe he might have recouped. One, based on his production, he put out a lot of shit and he do numbers, right? Mm-hmm. Two, he's been on tour ever since the deal. Mm-hmm. Multiple different tours, collaboration projects, shows you know what I mean, fulfill those and all of that. So it's like he probably did recoup, but now they're saying you're not worth $600 million. Mm-hmm. Where your deal was probably over 5 years, you might have recouped in 2. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that type shit where like the writing's on the wall. I do numbers. And you like, well, actually, I don't even want the 600. I want a little piece. And you know where you wind up at?
Where he at?
Same place Kanye wound up at. Same place all them niggas that get to that super duper level, they either decide to stop making music or they start ranting and shit, and you start finding out like, I just want to be at the board. I just want to sit at the table. Fuck that $1 billion. Niggas start talking. That's what we be seeing these niggas go through. It's a lot of them.
That shit corny,
because
bro.
they don't realize that no matter how big of an entity you are, how creative you are, how much you can say you can't make another me, they're not going to give you a percentage.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give you your portion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
It
saying?
is.
And I think he hit that wall and he's throwing a tantrum. And you don't keep all these lawyers on retainer for nothing. He's got advisors, and these motherfuckers is like, look, man, we got a legitimate shot at getting you a play, but it's going to be some casualties. You talking about the nigga that DM everybody, baby mom and girlfriend. You think he care about casualties? Like, think about it.
Shit nutty, man.
It's weird.
Making me upset to be a Scorpio. Drake.
I seen that as soon as he said it. And the funniest thing about it, as soon as they announced these are propositions, proclamations, they're not lawsuits yet. They're the beginning phases of a lawsuit. But
since when in the history of niggerdom, real shit,
I'm listening.
in the history
I'm listening.
of the culture of rap, of hip hop, of beefs and disses, you sent a lawsuit out about some bars?
Because this is the dude that y'all let take over the game. And I'm not saying you, but he's exactly who I thought he was. The same reason people used to be like, yo, Drake makes good music, why you don't like him? And I'm like, because I don't like the narrative. I don't like what he represents because
Bro,
it's weird to me.
For you to send out a lawsuit about some bars is like me getting robbed for some drugs and calling the police. That's exactly what you're doing, dude.
But the industry owes
Totally
me
unethical.
and Glasses Malone an apology.
Why?
Because Glasses Malone told y'all niggas for years he's not hip-hop, he's not rap. And I've also said that everything he does is backwards as far as what I was raised to believe.
As far as the culture.
As far as the culture. It doesn't make sense. You can't say, yo, y'all bullying me, and then on the next line say, I got more money than all y'all fucking everybody bitches, but I'm still getting bullied.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Like, why do you care that they're talking about you?
You can't do a drill on me, hit my cousin and my little brother, and then when we do a drill on you, you call the law and get us indicted. Like,
and I'm
that's
from
just
Philly.
crazy.
I seen how you carried it against Meek, which makes this super weird.
Right.
Because you ran it up against Meek, and the machine was working for you. The machine wasn't necessarily working for Meek.
It wasn't.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing of like, when niggas went to, it feel like Kid Icarus. He flew too close to the fucking sun, yo, and the wings got burnt. And now he don't know how to handle. He falling and he trying to grab at a cliff or a branch or, you know what I mean? Just something to save him from the fall or to prove that he didn't get burnt. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, but you did.
But you did. But like, and that's the weirdest part about the proclamation is that you're saying that they did all of this to make people think that the song was better or bigger than it was. Bro, from the ground level looking up, it was already the biggest song we heard in 10 years. I'm sorry. And I've heard huge records. I have never seen something that felt like this that hit every corner of the world. It don't really happen like that from a damn sure not from a Kendrick.
Charlamagne and Envy said that basically based on numbers, this is the best diss song ever.
Yeah, it is. It's the best selling. It's up for a Grammy. It probably win a Grammy. It got him into the Super Bowl. He's done outstanding numbers. 3-something last week. Like, all of this is on a piggyback. Like, see, that's the thing. It's not just the record. It's the rest of the shit that falls out after the record. It's if you was one of them underground niggas and all of a sudden we see you in a McDonald's commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, now they fucking with you. Like, Vince Staples got the Acura deal and all of that. Like, Vince Staples wasn't necessarily a huge name or marketable, but he did some dope things, and now he on Netflix, and now he with Acura, and now he with that. That's a jump. That's a result of something that he did. And that's what we see in the Spoils Award from Kendrick. To the winner goes the spoils. So then you do get a Super Bowl and people trying to make people believe that you got a World Cup coming. But it's just amazing how gullible and how loyal Drake fans are, that like they really just hate everything so much that they don't realize he just did some sucker shit. And if it's great in business, cool. But in hip hop, it's sucker shit, and the outcome, even if it's beneficial to you, will be viewed as sucker shit because you are going to sink a lot of ships. Point blank. Period. Okay, new topic.
Okay.
You think he performing at the World Cup?
No.
All right.
Drake about to get canceled in the hood, man. I'm telling you.
He never cared, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He never cared, bro. He held down Jay Prince and he held down Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Because niggas protected him and put him on. Cool. He don't care about the rest of y'all, bro. Even in the video, he's standing there talking to a biker. He talking to a Hell's Angel,
And
not a
that's
gangster.
that's the same reason why
And they gangsters too. But you know
they
what I
are in a different way.
Mhm.
But that's the same reason why
mean? You lost it.
it's the same reason why I think I was gonna say something equatable to how when artists blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you blow up from your hood, but once you reach a certain level of audience that it's over the hood, like you don't really need the hood no more.
Well, he never blew up from the hood. He went from Garci to being talented
No, I know
and
that.
on a bus with Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
But the part of it is like we seen it for Wayne. Wayne is a hood baby. Wayne has shot himself in the projects before and all of that. But Wayne got to a certain point where he was a Martian, and it wasn't just because of music. It was because he lives on his own planet. So you know you get disconnected.
Did you-
to really live without another thing too?
And he had enough money to not have to look at anything he didn't want to see.
Did you cover this part of Drake already?
No, let's get into it.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Vince recently spoke out. You want me to introduce it?
Yeah.
So Vince Carter recently, I forget what platform he was on, but they asked him about how he felt about the night that his jersey, his number was retired for the Raptors, and Drake was pulling all the antics at the same time, you know, threatening DeMar DeRozan and all of that he was doing. And Vince said, basically, you made my night about you.
Right.
The whole night wound up being about you. And I just don't understand. Like, if I could talk to him, I would ask him what made him think, like, that it was okay to make my night about his antics.
Yeah, that's corny.
And you know what's funny? I thought about Vince Carter when all of that was going on for 1 second. I said, that was Vince night and he was acting crazy. But then I went back to looking up all the shit he was doing. Like, yo, he was really acting crazy. You know what I mean? But, like, in all reality, this is the person we needed to hear from because that's a once-in-a-lifetime evening for him. Drake is the ambassador of Toronto or whatever the hell have you every game. He could do this any night.
And he chose to do that.
And you chose to act crazy on Vince night. Of all people, Vince. Vince gave y'all team. Toronto Raptors might not still have a team if they didn't have a Vince Carter when they started,
for
bro.
sure. He was the AI over there.
He's packing them seats. Are you crazy?
Dunking, jumping out the gym.
Him
all
and
that shit.
T-Mac was acting crazy at first together. Like, y'all don't get what y'all got without Vince. So I do think that it was in poor taste and that it was some brat shit that was going on then. But that's my point. Like, at every turn, he does something that strikes me as, you supposed to be above that. It's similar to some of the stuff that Nicki do. That just be like, yo, if you don't leave that shit alone and be great.
You gotta account him to being some whatever immature. Like,
He has to be immature, but he's damn near 40.
I mean, shit, bro. That shit don't ever really matter.
I know, but it's sad because it's like when you get to a certain level of prestige or finance, it's not no real reeling you back in until you wind up hitting the wall or something or losing something that you
Yeah, but
really
you know,
care about.
motherfuckers, they say money don't make you better, it make you worse.
Well, it exasperates the person you already had inside you.
So if
Yeah.
you already was on some bullshit, man,
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's the example of money don't make you cool. Like, he's
Right.
still the same weirdo he was in a wheelchair on the Garci.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I've always known. But shout out to Vince Carter, man. I'm sorry that boy ruined your night. Kay, what you think about that?
I think this whole situation was crazy and disrespectful to Vince Carter.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Put some respect on that man's name. We was retiring his jersey.
And he had a.
We
hell of
didn't
a
even
career.
invite you, Drake.
Money don't make it real. Give us 80 mil.
Who the fuck let this guy in?
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
got a Bentley. That Bentley don't make you thorough.
Let's do
Fucking
something
yuppie
else.
transplant.
Yo.
Fucking yuppie transplant.
Thank you.
Move the fuck out. Get out of our fucking city.
You ain't even fucking born here.
Did I ever tell y'all that sound like a guy like with a cleft lip?
I'm sure
Like,
he has
I
one.
think of like a guy with a cleft lip when I hear that.
I watch so many movies and TV shows that be like mob-like that I think of 3 different characters when I hear that. It's crazy.
I think of the guy that drinks on the corner.
Yeah, he sound like a white trash ball.
Yeah.
I think it's some people.
No disrespect to any Caucasian people. I'm just saying.
I mean, white trash is white trash. Niggas and niggas.
You burnt the fuck up.
Hey.
Yo,
He said, "Oh, like trash is like."
what you
trash."
want to get into, Kai?
Yeah, let's talk about Kai. Let's
wrong
talk
with dude?
about my guy Kai.
If
Yes.
anybody deserve a hand this week,
It is motherfucking Kai.
salute, youngin.
Yeah,
Like
so
in a real way.
Man, he don't need no hand. That nigga getting $1 million a month.
See, you worried about the wrong shit. You worried about the wrong
No,
shit.
I'm saying that is a hand. That's what I'm saying.
No, he got plenty of hands working on his behalf. Trust me.
No, I know. I'm just
But-
saying that's a big hand. Is making $1 million a month. I'm just
Introduce
finding
it
intricate
real quick,
ways.
okay? Because I don't want to say what I'm gonna say before you say what you was about to say.
all right, so Mafia-thon 2 has officially come to a close.
So he did 60.
Thank you.
30 days.
He did 30 days this time around. This is his second time doing it, so he's done 60 days of
Total.
streaming. But this 30 days was marked by a bunch of awesome guests and a bunch of records broken. So before this Mafia-thon, the world record for Twitch subscribers was 310 or something like that. Am I right?
I thought it was like 276, but all right, you might be right.
I'll check. But anyway, whatever the record was, it was 326,250
Okay.
was the previous record set by Iron Mouse during a subathon in
Yeah, that
September.
was the Iron Mouse recording. He shouted her out when he broke it.
Yep. So, Kai was able to hit over 700,000 fucking subscribers.
It was like 728 and some change by the time he finally ended.
So I just want to be clear that he not only beat the record, he damn near doubled the record.
He obliterated the record.
And even as he was ending the stream, the ticker was still going up. So I really think that if Kai would have streamed for like 2 more weeks, he probably could have hit 1 million.
He had a moment when he was ending where it seemed like he kind of had that thought like, yo, if I can stay on here, I can hit 1 mil real quick. But he knew that, like, you know how you go on tour, you travel, at some point you gotta lay it down. Like he been burning himself out. So yeah, but go ahead, Kevin.
No, and I mean that's a great
That's it.
point. So he has really been burning himself out. If you
Discipline.
didn't check out the stream situation, he has barely been able to sleep for these last 30 days. There are so many things that happen during his sleep if different amounts of people subscribe, like foghorns, the bubbles on the bed, an earthquake on the bed, like all of these
drummer in the
things.
room.
A drummer in the room, yeah.
A
all
Nerf
these
gun
things
shooting at you.
that are clearly going to wake you up
While he sleep.
constantly.
He couldn't have got no trim while he was on that joint.
No, he couldn't even do none of that.
Yeah, that's discipline.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a lot. And then it's like,
And you got to be on constantly.
and they asked him how many hours he was averaging, and he said 4, but he doesn't require a lot of sleep. But if you look at what he does while he's awake, as far as having to entertain so many people, switch from different sets and production things that they want to do, games or whatever have you. If you've ever hosted anything, like we're sitting still right now, this shit feel like work when you done it. Like it feel like if we do 2 hours, it feel like 4. You know what I mean? Like like you gotta think, you gotta pay attention, you gotta be on point. He's physically doing these things. He's running around and setting certain narratives and trends and putting things into play and making sure his sponsors is happy. And
He might be on Addies too, though, but
I doubt it. But it's just amazing the things that he accomplished in this 30 days. Like, it's so many streams of his that were like phenomenal. And then the crazy thing is, he thought Lizzo and SZA was his best stream ever up until that point, which I kind of understood that because of the energy that they had and because he been doing the same thing over and over again, and to have those two young ladies with their energy was different. You know what I'm saying? But
he's young. He's only, what, 22, 23?
Yeah, what I wanted to get to was he had about 8 of the homies, maybe 10 of the homies there the whole 30 days too. They've been getting promoted this whole time. They've been able to run up their pages because they put their own clips up every day too. You know what I mean? And all of that. They've been able to meet 5 different famous motherfuckers every day, just chilling in the crib, sitting out back smoking and waiting for Kai to say, yo, where they at? You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta dig it. Like, a nigga woke up to Kyrie Irving over his bed, like, and got out of bed and just started walking with him. Like, I'm like, he had his sneaks on already? Nigga just was like, oh, Kai. Oh, yeah, we out. Like, that's a different life when you 19, 20, 23. The one young boy, Rikai is 16. He turned 16 on the stream. You know what I mean? What's my man? Ray from over Taiwan. He what, 19? 18, 19?
20.
20? Yeah. And he from overseas, and that's his life right now. And then when he go overseas, he got to join the military because you got to pay his service, right? So it's like he changes so many lives while he's doing his thing in real time. And you could tell the difference from Mafiathon 1 and Mafiathon 2, and that was the difference. On Mafiathon 1, a lot of the homies would come through and stay. He made sure them niggas was there the whole time. The entire time. There was certain provisions and certain things that he did that was just like different. But I just want to shout the young man out, man. I don't care how much money he make. Everybody not built to be Kai Cenat, yo.
No, that's true.
He's a unique talent.
I think it's also worth pointing out how far he has come in just a year. Like, I know we've been talking about Kai for a long time. But even just within the last year.
From the last Mafiathon?
From the last Mafiathon to now. Like, the last Mafiathon, he achieved 1 million YouTube subscribers.
Yep.
He's at, like, what, 27 million now?
Yeah.
So that type of growth, the amount of people who are talking about him on a regular basis. Last year, he got, like, Rookie of the Year for streamers.
Yep.
Last year. Now he is by far the biggest streamer, hands down.
And he bought Iron Mouse on the stream and turned him into a digi streamer too. And that was crazy. Ain't that her name?
Yeah.
Yo, that was crazy. Like, I saluted her. They had a good joint. Like, he did some monumental things. Like, and that's the thing. A lot of people do week-long streams and try to get to a month-long and stuff like that. He's put the bar so high up that if you have a big name and you can't keep up with his guest list,
right,
and be able to do it 3 months later, 6 months later, now he's talking about doing it in other countries. Yeah, that's how he
crazy.
Ended the stream. He like, I'm gonna do one in Japan, probably
in each continent.
Each continent.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Like the dream has grown to an extent where he sees where it could go, and it's something we never even could fathom.
Just spiderweb.
Yo, and shout out to production too.
All 50 of y'all.
Because I don't think y'all realize how much goes into that. Like, you can't even talk to your on-air talent for the entire time that you were on air, with the exception of, like, a quick walkie-talkie, like, yo,
from him.
From
not from
him.
you.
You don't get to initiate any of the conversation. So you don't get to, like, as a producer, you have a schedule of, like, okay, I know that this guest is coming at this time, and this guest is coming for this activation, and we got to have this set up in this room, so nobody can go in this room from this hour to this hour. But you can't even tell your talent any of that stuff.
Right.
Because they are live.
That's crazy.
The whole time.
I think that there was sneaky text messages going on once in a
There
while,
had
but
to be.
I don't think that it was necessarily from production. They might have been through production.
Right.
Whereas, like, a Tylil or somebody might have tapped him, like, Gangy is on. You know what I mean? Like, or, like, you looking crazy right now. You know what I mean? Anything like that just might have gave him a little heads up on, like, get right. But I think that like overall, yeah, it only goes one way. It goes, "Waza," and then they respond.
Yep.
It never go the other way on that walkie. We never heard that walkie go off for 30 days unless he had it first.
That's crazy.
And then you constantly
He
have
don't
the
have no
chat
earpiece in.
saying like, "Oh, production, you aren't using the right camera at this time." There's 50 cameras in there, probably all on one switchboard. You know how hard it is to switch between 50 cameras and choose the right camera when you're walking around a mansion?
No, you know how fire production is? They caught, what's the name, throwing the pill in his mouth. They caught Sexy Red bumping.
Oh yeah.
They caught motherfucking what's my man name with the grills. Duke Dennis
Yeah.
politicking with some pimping.
They caught SZA and Lizzo talking about Kai's balls.
Kai's balls.
Wow.
Yo, and can we talk about that? I think SZA likes Kai. And it's funny because we remember when he was trying to get her attention, and that was about a year ago or a year and a half ago.
Right.
And he even said on the stream, like, you had me blocked. And she was like, no, I didn't. Can you clarify that? But the whole time she was talking to him on the stream and she was on it for hours, she was filling him out. You know what I mean? And it was like, yo, this is kind of interesting. And then she started smoking. Then they had a few shots. And then it was kind of like, yeah, if I get too loose, I got to get out of here because I'm going to play myself. But she was filling him out. But she went from being uptight to, like, at first, and Kay, you can vouch for this. At first, I said, it makes it weird. Like, how do she hang around TDE if this how she act? A half hour later, I was like, oh, this the girl that be around TDE. Different chick.
Yeah.
All she had to do was drink and smoke.
Yeah.
Drink a little bit, smoke a little hours. She was the home girl now. She wasn't the one like, oh my God, I don't want to, you know what I mean? It wasn't all that no more. And then it got into homie vibes and she was kicking it. And I thought that what he's able to do, even through like turmoil that goes on, and then the fact that no matter who it is, mom always knows what to say to the guest. Shout out to Mama Sanat.
Yo,
man.
shout out mom.
The fact that this boy raised 20% of all these proceeds go to, is it Trinidad?
No, it was
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
School in Nigeria.
Schools in Nigeria.
No,
like,
He's building a
schools.
school in Nigeria.
Yeah, building the school in Nigeria. My bad. But yeah, like, I mean, it's so many wins in this. So many wins in this. And then just to see like somebody like him that people just that are of a certain cloth, have a certain level of respect and talent, they notice how much he puts into what he does. And they support him in this way to where he could do shit like this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people realize, like, he earned all of that love.
Facts.
He went hard for that. He met Snoop on a commercial set and treated Snoop decent. He met Kev somewhere and treated them decent. You know what I mean? And then brought them through and showed them love on his platform and showed them how to do what he do.
Right.
Like, I don't think people realize that's not just him yelling at the camera all day, yo.
Not at all.
He plans this for months ahead of time. And he says, I'll schedule everything that I want to happen, but I don't know when it's going to happen.
That's strategy. That's that's serious.
That's
workouts.
wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. So, once again, let's clap it up for that young black man.
Sure.
Start the next topic. I'm going to take a quick break.
All right. Well, then, let's talk about this restaurant situation. This is a cash topic.
What restaurant?
So, there was a news story where two folks went to a restaurant and they noticed that somebody was bringing 2 big boxes of Popeyes chicken into the kitchen. And the one guest said to the other guest, "Yo, I think the chicken is Popeyes." So then they ordered the chicken. And they asked the waitress, "Hey, miss, we just saw Popeye. Is the chicken here Popeyes?" And it was indeed confirmed that the restaurant was serving Popeye's chicken, reheated, and calling it their own.
That's wild.
Yeah. Isn't this crazy?
Isn't that like a lawsuit worthy?
Yes. That's absolutely a lawsuit. For sure.
Like, it's all types of infringement going on here. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
and then,
that's
what
a
was y'all
liability
selling?
issue.
Y'all had to be selling it for higher than what Popeye's selling it for.
Of course.
Because y'all wouldn't be making a profit.
Of course.
Oh, that's an old story.
That's wild.
Oh, I know this story.
That's crazy. Like,
I know this.
that's like putting blue magic on your bags. Like,
Well, the thing about it is, if you're not a big franchise, and you in certain neighborhoods, you can still sell it for more and make a profit, because people don't expect you to be able to compete, right?
Mhm.
But what's funny about this is, when I was in Baltimore, I wish I remember Tyrone's. I think it was called Tyrone's. They was a chicken spot, and they sold wings. And when you walked in there, it looked like you was in like the lobby of like a church or a funeral home in the front,
Right.
like the way the tables and chairs were set up.
right,
But it was the counter like if you went in Crown Fried or something right there.
right,
But they made chicken like your mama made it.
Right.
Like, and it wasn't the big old dumb wings. It was the small wings, and they was cooked the same way and all of that. And they did numbers, bro. And it was like 2 or 3 of them in the hood. Motherfuckers just being there all day Sunday waiting on them wings. But but they numbers was actually decent. But I just know that we love our chicken, man. But you know when you walk in somewhere and they give you Popeyes.
or like KFC.
Like, in order to serve me Popeyes and KFC, I couldn't. They must not be in this town.
You gotta be somebody that's from a whole different. That's like somebody that don't go to a certain restaurant. Like, you could serve a waffle from Waffle House at your restaurant on the East Coast, because ain't no fucking Waffle House on the East Coast.
But there's too many variables to this, right? Because you know you could go online and get their recipe and make it yourself, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, like, y'all ain't had no gas in the kitchen. Like, what the? Why y'all, like, y'all go the most expensive way possible to do
And
this?
then hold up, how about what's up with your sneaky game? Like, how you just gonna
Oh,
go
no, they
get
had
the?
video of them dumping the Popeyes. You ain't see the video?
No, I thought they seen the box. Like,
No, they caught him. Like, caught him. I don't know if it's an investigative report or whatever, but
That's
they caught
deep.
him dumping the Popeyes, man. That's what I'm saying. This
y'all
not a new
not
story.
low.
This is a story that resurfaced, actually.
Yeah, that's not low at all.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's crazy, man. You motherfuckers, man.
Blue
All you
Magic.
gotta do is hire my aunt.
I don't care if you call it Blue Dog Shit. Change the name.
Change the name. It ain't the same shit. Yo, but yeah, just that's my advice to any of y'all, man. Y'all want to open some shit, y'all ain't got nobody to cook. Hire my aunt and give me 10%, cause y'all gonna bubble.
No, but a lot of small businesses started off doing things of that nature. You know, they say
Yeah. Like, my aunt could have been had a situation, but she just, you know what I mean?
they said Milano was using H&M products and slapping
was.
Milano on that shit.
She was. She came a long way.
Yeah, like,
But I knew it was over, like I said, when Meek wore the red sweatsuit with the red threes and Khaled wore it too. I was like, oh, she out of there. It was over. After
yeah,
that.
because me.
But it was around the same time as the H&M argument. So she
wow.
bust their ass after that.
Right,
It was
right,
over.
right.
But yeah, and then her store got robbed and she hit the insurance joint during COVID.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so life
that's
is,
major.
levels. And she went national for the report on her store getting robbed. So she got a lot of attention. She might have got new plugs. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
business,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
She came a long
It's all
way.
promo.
I'm happy for her.
It's all
'cause,
fucking promo, man.
she do got a baby dad with money, but she doing all right for herself. So salute to that young lady, man. She got a brand people respect. What we doing, Kay?
Did you already talk about the Vince Carter reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, you was here for that.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's gone.
KB running them topics down, so it's normal. Like, for her.
Durk's DJ speaks on Durk. That's yours.
Yeah. You want to do that?
No, let's get to the NBA Cup and the WNBA expansion real quick.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Rival League.
Let's go ladies first. We'll start at the top.
All right.
All right. So, I am very excited to say that the Unrivaled League has officially announced their team rosters. And I'm going to pull this up so I can go over it all with y'all.
I ain't even seen him. She was hype about him, and I ain't even look at him.
Yeah, I was very hype.
She was hype.
Very, very hype. I already have my favorites picked out. All right, so just to remind the people, if you haven't been paying attention, Unrivaled is a new 3-on-3 winter basketball league that is co-founded by Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. It is going to take place in Miami for this year, and it'll tip off on January 17th and be broadcast on TNT. But the way that the league works is they have 6 teams, these clubs, each with their own coach, and each with 6 players. Again, this is 3-on-3 basketball, so 6 players makes sense. So the teams are as follows. We have Team Vinyl, which has Arike, Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, and De'Erica Hamby. This
squad
is
is
my
crazy.
team. This is the one to beat, if you ask me. Unless we're
that's
talking about the
crazy.
Mist. So the Mist
Give me
has...
Enrique plus 2 of anybody, and I'm there.
Exactly.
Two somebody else dope, I'm there. Go ahead.
So the Mist has Jewel Lloyd, Dejanay Carrington, Stewart, Courtney Vandersloot.
You mean Stewie?
Yeah, Stewie. Rakia Jackson
Vandersloot tough too, and so is Rakia.
and Aaliyah Edwards. So the Mist is probably my second pick to go all the way in this
They
league.
got a squad.
That's a crazy squad.
See, y'all don't be paying attention like I be paying attention. That's a squad. Go ahead.
All right, so now the Rose has Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, Angel Reese,
Nice.
which I'm excited to see Angel Reese
With Chelsea?
with Chelsea, exactly.
Yeah.
Brittany Sykes, Lexi Hull, and Azura Stevens.
That's decent.
I
That's
like her
not
name.
bad.
None of these
Azura
teams are
Stevens.
bad.
Azora is fire.
The Lunar Owls have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Alicia Gray.
Scholar.
They
Everybody
have
loves Skylar.
Nafisa,
That's my nigga.
Natasha Cloud, Shakira Austin, and one spot to be announced.
TBA, yeah.
Yep. And then we have 2 teams left. We have the Phantom, which has Jackie Young, Marina Maybe, Satu Sabali, which is your favorite, Tiffany Hayes, and Brittany Griner. And then one spot still
You know
available.
I love Sad too.
And then the Laces. This is also another tough team.
That's a
They
tough
have Chelsea Plum,
Oh.
Kayla McBride, Alyssa Thomas,
Wow.
Courtney Williams, Kate Martin, and Stephanie Dolson.
I ain't gonna lie. I might watch all these games, even if I gotta like catch them the next day. Like I might watch all these. These are some. If y'all know anything about the way the league is, and this is only gonna get bigger, they're gonna open it up to women that you might not even consider in a minute. This is gonna be a good league, yo. A good league. We might see Scooby Doo pop back out. Remember she used to be in a slam? She was like 5'6", she used to dunk and shit.
Yo, you the big. Scooby Doo is crazy.
No, but it's like the big 3 type of thing. Like this starts with a certain purpose, but at the same time, it's a women's league. So you're gonna go with options of people that's available and filling certain. You know, it's gonna get crazy. You're gonna get more teams, expansion. Yeah.
So the thing that excites me the most about this league right now is the fact that every single game will be televised.
Heavy.
So
Heavy. For
the
the
way that
first
their
season?
schedule, yes, and the way that their schedule goes, they start on Friday, January 17th. They play that 2 games that day, 2 games that Saturday, and then 2 more games that Monday. And that's how their schedule goes throughout the season. And it is a 4-week season before the tournament starts, and then weeks 5, 6. Oh wait, no, those are still regular season.
Yeah, that's still regular.
So it is a 8-week season with a 9th week
playoff.
and the way that the playoffs work is there's a semifinal, then a final.
Fire, yo. I think we need to mention, like, this is the alternative to these ladies having to go overseas to get their couple extra dollars.
Yes.
And this is supposed to exceed a lot of that couple extra dollars they would have got if they went overseas. Keep them in the country, in the States, I should say. And they'll be able to, it's not like they're overexerting themselves. If they weren't playing in this league, they'd be going overseas. So this is what they're doing, and the way that the schedule runs, even like the way she said it, that's 1 game a week.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's cool. That's not heavy lifting. So I think that is dope. I think it makes sense. And I think that this is what happens when the regular billionaires stop coming up with all the ideas. Right? Similar to the big three. Like with Cube. Like he had a different vision to something that people thought was ridiculous.
Innovative.
And he was so smart that he's competing with the NBA at every turn when it comes to sponsorship dollars that they keep blocking from him.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's like, no, I love to see when not the regular people be in charge and create something that creates more for other people.
Right.
Like
Facts.
this is gonna make a lot of money. And
A lot of jobs.
you said the venue holds how many people?
I think it was like 700.
And the tickets go for what?
The lowest ticket I saw was 500.
Damn.
That's how you sell 700 seats. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And let me be clear, like,
It's gonna be different on them sidelines.
this
The
is
bleachers.
yes, it is going to be a star-studded event every week. I guarantee that, because at the end of the day, the only
It's a
people that
vacation
you're
destination.
it's in Miami. The
Yep.
only people that you're missing in this league are Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson. It's really those two.
Yep.
So if they would possibly land either of those two
To be
players
announced.
to be announced as one of those to be announced spots,
And I think one of them is.
I know that they've been in conversations. They've been trying to get both of them.
I heard Caitlyn kind of turned it down, but I didn't hear that Asia was against it.
Yeah, I think Caitlin is a little focused on her golf game right now.
I think Caitlyn lives a different life than y'all understand. Like, she's very, very talented, but Caitlyn is very Caitlyn.
Yes.
So, like, in order for her to function as Caitlyn, she has to function as Caitlyn. She can't necessarily, she's not on the list of people that needs a couple extra dollars, for one. And not saying that Asia is, but Caitlyn's in a position where it's like, if you need to relax, then go relax. You see what I'm saying? Especially right now at this point in her career. She's doing workouts every morning and going to the golf course probably. And she's getting her shit tighter. So I'm not mad at her. I don't think she has to join. I would just love to see her there.
Right.
But Asia, on the other hand, I feel like Asia's in a unique position to make more money in the next 3 years than she made in her original career. And she's probably going to take advantage of some of these opportunities that look like cakewalks to her. You know what I mean? Is that fair to say, Kay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to see Asia in it. I don't really expect to see Caitlyn in it, but you never know.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. That's fire.
So the other thing is, of course, you can go onto their site, check out all of the merch for each of the teams, check out the rosters, learn more about the players, and get excited, man.
No, that's
Coming
fire.
soon. I'm
Unrivaled.
hype.
Definitely.
Unrivaled league with some of my favorite players in the world.
I'm hype.
That's dope. Every team got somebody I bang with, except one.
You think you could beat any of your people you fans of in the WNBA?
Not the ones I'm fans of. I like dogs, bro. I'm in bad
just saying
shape.
because you ain't shit. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, like, you ain't gotta not be shit to not beat the girls I like. Like, Arike, one of the best scorers in the world.
No, I'm just playing, man.
And
1-on-1.
I'm so excited to watch her play 3-on-3. I
What?
just feel like she's
She's
going to be
gonna
an
act crazy.
amazing 3-on-3 player.
And the thing is, what make it even more dope, this next few classes of girls that's coming out of college are amazing. Like, we already know about Juju, but Rutgers got a point guard that's crazy. It's some girls out here that's freshmen right now.
I'm gonna start watching.
That are like solid point guards, and like they do the tricky dipsy doodle dumb shit. They be fucking motherfuckers up. They do the energy shit, bro. It's going to shift.
I'm gonna start watching women's basketball with my daughter. See if she likes
Yeah,
it.
let her check it out.
Absolutely.
But they got a couple young Anthony Edwards coming up in college that's females. And
yeah.
they ain't dunking on niggas, but they giving
Right.
that.
I know what you're saying.
They causing riots. And it's different, man. It's gonna be fun, man. You still gonna have the ones we got that's dope, like Stewie and Asia and them. They still gonna be there for that. That's gonna be fire.
I get it.
All right.
hyped.
I got more women's basketball to talk about tonight
Let's do
because this week is the expansion draft. It is coming up on December 6th. That is this week. So I wanted to give you guys a rundown of what the predictions are when it comes to the expansion draft. So to remind the folks at home, the way that this draft works is each team gets to select 6 players that they can protect. that cannot be drafted by the new Valkyries team. So the predicted protected players, which there are some folks that you don't need to protect. For example, if you have,
Franchise player?
yes, I think it's something like that. Or if you just re-sign them, you don't need to protect them.
Okay.
But for the free agents and all of that stuff, you would. So the predicted selection from the Dream is Haley Jones, who's their guard. From Chicago Sky, they predict that they will select Dana Evans. Connecticut Sun,
Got a squad.
Veronica Burton.
Burton tough.
Kalani Brown from the Dallas Wings.
Wow.
Because the Dallas Wings have a lot of folks to try and protect, unfortunately.
And they got, yeah, because they got two that play the same. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because the other thing is, teams, you need to recognize that these teams are trying to debate between protecting their stars that are the current team and protecting the new draft pick that they just selected last year.
Yeah. It's still a balance thing with
Right.
with the money.
So at this point, you know, there could still be some crazy upsets, especially as we get lower in the league. So for the Fever, they predict that they will select Demirius Dantas.
I don't know that.
The Aces, they are predicted to not select anyone. However, there is a possibility that Kelsey Plum could be up for grabs. We'll see how that turns out. So that could get real interesting. The predicted selection from the Sparks is Lee Euro. However, Cameron Brink is currently down with injury and does not have a very long track record with the team. She was just drafted and unfortunately went out right away.
Yep.
So in that scenario, it's not clear that the Sparks are going to protect that pick because her future is somewhat uncertain.
She dope when healthy though.
So she could end up being the one up for grabs if they decide to keep their backup center.
Ain't that Steph
instead.
Scott's sister?
Yes.
Yeah, she dope when she healthy.
That's Steph Scott's sister.
Yeah.
The Lynx,
She grew up next door to Steph, you know.
Alyssa
Yeah, Steph Curry,
Hilly,
you know.
their
Oh, alright.
forward.
It's a lot of steps.
Yeah, but you know, him
Man,
and
yeah.
his brother, his dad, and she
I was thinking that when you
imagine
saying,
her
like,
in the driveway with Steph Curry, Seth Curry, and Dale Curry,
Yeah.
shooting around.
Yeah,
She gonna get nice.
getting game, soaking up game.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's
My bad.
definitely a soak up.
I just wanted to point that out because
No,
that
for
make
sure.
a different kind of animal.
No, I
healthy.
get it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So from the Minnesota Lynx, they predict that they will
Oh,
select Alyssa Peely, which you definitely recognize. She was a huge contributor to their team
Yeah.
going into the finals.
Yeah.
She look like she a cook you, Sammy.
Yeah.
I ain't trying
And then
trying to
finally,
bang no more.
the New York Liberty, it is predicted that they will select Kayla Thornton.
That's gonna hoit.
That's definitely going to hurt.
That's gonna hoit.
Wait.
Hoit.
Phoenix Mercury, it looks like they might select Celeste Taylor. Seattle Storm, doesn't look like they will select anyone because the options are pretty slim over there. But
The Mystics.
yes, the Mystics, Brittany Sykes.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, this could end up being a very interesting squad. I'm certainly going to tune in and see. It will be announced on ESPN again on December 6th.
Thanks for that, man. Thanks for that. I know it's a lot of reading and a lot of keeping up with, but we appreciate you. We probably the only ones reporting on it. It's okay. It's all right. We're excited about it. Everybody else fake hype about the basketball. For the women. Let's do Mike Knox real quick.
All right.
Shout out Mike Knox.
I'm going to let you introduce this one.
Recently, it was announced that Gilly and Wallow were having that fight night event again. What's it called?
I don't know.
I forget the name of it.
Fight night with Gilly and Wallow?
It might
Yeah,
be.
I
It
thought
might
it was
actually.
just that.
It might actually be fight night. I just want to make sure because I don't want to disrespect the event. But
Yeah.
it was announced last week that Mike Knox called out Ape Gang Garci for a boxing match. Mike Knox is someone that I
Knockout party.
Knockout Party. That's what it is. Is someone that we've been around recently. We've done some production for them on their podcast, and I was not aware of this. But we also had a conversation recently, which I will not disclose, to which this didn't seem as a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he was talking crazy, but the conversation was about having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So to see that this is the outcome a couple weeks later makes me think he might have already had this in the plans or in the works. But I'm excited about it because if you know Mike Knox and you know how his size is and what his story is, and you know Garci and you know how Ape Gang and them, you know what I mean, carry it, and how Garci seems to always be in shape. And the video of their last interaction, which looked kind of lopsided, this would be an interesting one for the streets. Definitely for like any rapper in the city wants to see this or some real shit. This was like the meatball fight last year. Like we out of all, it's gonna be 50 fights on the card.
Now, I would give this more credibility than the meatball fight.
But listen to my example. It's gonna be 50 fights on the card, but there's 3 of them we gotta see. And meatball was one of them last year. You see what I'm saying? So even whether this is first or third, it still falls in the category as we're going to see some entertaining shit, and then we're going to see some shit that's like, oh, this might be a goodie. This
Facts.
might be crazy.
It's definitely
This
might be crazy.
this might have Gucci Mane and Jeezy level of motherfucking disrespect. Like, we don't know.
Don't get wild.
We don't know. So I'm hype about it, man. I'm excited to see it. And this photo capture is actually from the video of him working out. It looked like, you know, the handball courts that be in the facilities.
Yeah.
It looked like he in one of them rooms, just getting right with his footwork and his timing. But I ain't gonna lie, look like he done it before.
For
He,
sure.
he ain't in there looking like Tank,
Nah.
but his feet ain't. His feet is matching his movements in his hands.
Nah,
it
for sure.
ain't looking like the nigga don't
I'm
know what he's
concerned
doing.
about
in there.
I'm concerned about the what-you-call-it shit.
Weight difference.
I think they both heavyweights. I'm concerned about the
They both
blood
definitely.
pressure.
But see, blood pressure, right? But see, Gilly event didn't have it because none of them would have fought. But as far as heavyweight, it was like I was about to joke. I think me and you was talking shit the other day, and I'm like, the crazy part is we both heavyweights. But look at you and look at me. But I can't fight under fucking 178. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, how much you weigh?
I'm 188.
Oh yeah, we both is heavyweight.
We heavyweights.
Yeah.
So it's like once you get in the heavyweight, you just up there with whoever else left. So you got to deal with it.
Well, we got different body types too.
So,
But styles make fights and all of that
Yeah,
too.
for
But
sure.
like when it comes to like Garci and Mike Knox, it's like a heavyweight is a heavyweight.
Yeah.
They both big niggas.
Did you see that fight with Big Baby Anderson and the boy Bacole?
wait, hold up. Before we get into that. So,
No, it was just the same type of comparison. It's like a heavyweight versus a heavier heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Go
so
ahead,
Philly
Kat.
Talk TV says they ain't gonna do it though.
Wow, what happened? Did something change? Cause I was excited, and Mike to this day is still posting about it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike posted yesterday. I'm not sure about today, but yesterday he posted about it. I've been liking everything, and Dutch been running around crazy.
Because wasn't there also a live where he said the fight's not going down?
I didn't see that live.
Yes, you did.
Is that the live I saw?
That's the live you saw. That's the only reason I know about it.
Oh, he did say that. I was drunk.
All right, well that's your fault.
But I don't. And to be honest, since we spent so much time on it, and I still think it might happen. I think that once you publicly say it's not going down after announcing it, sometimes you get the pressure turned up on a situation, or maybe a couple of hours added to the situation, and it happens. You see what I'm saying? Because this is not like the other fights on the card. Like, there's a lot of street niggas that'll just be like, bro, Go do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
You think they gonna get paid for it though? If they do it, because they
I
bigger
think-
names than the people that be fighting on
I
Billy
think
Cards.
they'll get paid through bets.
Okay.
I think they'll get paid through bets.
You think they just actually want to fight?
I think that it's kind of a situation where they need to have a conversation or a mix, because the way that it seemed like it ended, it was said that we figured it out, but it didn't look like y'all figured it out. And if this came up as a possibility now, then that just adds fuel to the fact that, like, it's probably not always figured out.
At the same time,
Or maybe it is, and we could be
at the same
entertaining.
time, I gotta play devil's advocate. I don't want to see no 45-plus-year-old men fight for clout on Instagram.
I don't think it's about clout. I think I can see what you say.
Clout is what the people are saying.
I can see why you
or
say
what
that.
the narrative or what the people think at the moment, right?
can see-
so
well,
you saying it
no.
and end right with that. So
Well,
is that to
you-
solidify the right?
No, that's why I'm saying you gotta
I'm
let me
just saying,
talk.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying you gotta let me talk. When you have a narrative out there already,
Mm-hmm.
but you have this other thing that you're pushing as far as a brand, and you know what I mean, getting your name around the people and all of that, and you have a platform this big. It's kind of like being on Love and Hip Hop. What's the best narrative you gonna get that's gonna keep you on that motherfucker? You see what I'm saying? Like, they getting money over here, nigga. They getting eyes over here. A million motherfuckers might get the pay-per-view over here. So if you want to have your brand and all of that on that platform, then you got to pick something people can already identify with.
Yeah,
which
and
is why I was
the
saying
reason they're going to divulge into the
yeah,
shit.
like I said, they might have already figured it out, because this might not be possible at all, or to even be spoke about if they hadn't figured out their differences already.
Right.
It might have a different inclination if niggas ain't already talking. But the people don't know that.
Right.
We've never seen it.
Right.
We've only seen that sketchy
Like, we
video.
already got traction based on this, so.
Yeah, it's like battle rap that way. Like, the niggas still be cool. By the time they get called for the grudge match, niggas be cool. But the people think it's a grudge match. So now I gotta tell you, even though you my brother, I don't want to see you die. I'm turn my head. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was cool. So I think that's kind of what plays a part in some of these joints too. Like, I don't think everything is directly like Meatball Fight when it was like her and Shorty wanted to tear each other head off. I'm just talking about the draw effect of it. Whereas like YouTube and Instagram already been talking about it in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yeah. Good questions though, or good
Something about
input.
perception.
Yeah, I think less than clout. I think it's like a branding opportunity, marketing opportunity, get you back in the algorithm.
Like, okay, for instance, like when Nori called out Beanie Siegel for verses, but it never happened. But
Well,
it
see,
made Beans like kind of
because
go up.
Beans ain't know how to take it.
What you mean he ain't know how to take the verses?
Beans thought that calling you out in verses might have been able to be perceived as disrespectful.
Oh, he didn't. He was like, "Come on, I'm outside." He was ready to do it.
And then other conversations was had. You don't remember that shit? You don't remember Nori being like, "No, I get it. All right, it's cool. Wait, that's not one of our topics. We'll get into it next time, though.
Yeah, I ain't catch that one.
No, we can clean up next. We'll figure it out next time. Get them something to look forward to. Go ahead, Callie. Where we at?
Let's talk about the NBA.
Let's get to it. Detroit has the best woman.
We didn't get there yet.
Yeah, I just was wondering where that came from.
We'll get there.
That's heavy.
It's a cash topic.
It's a do y'all think, John? Though, like it's not.
No, it's crazy because now I'm like, damn, I ain't never been to Detroit. Anyway.
I know. All right. So, the
never been to
NBA
I
Cup
want to go to.
is currently underway. And we are getting down to the end of it. So there's a couple of different scenarios, couple of different things that can happen that will decide who is going to end up moving on. Have you guys been keeping up with it?
No. I've been keeping up with whatever games I can watch. So quite a few of them have been NBA Cup games, but not specifically for the tournament or with the tournament in mind. It's just like, the court's different, but who's going to win this game?
All right.
Because all the courts look the same.
That's fair. So the final night of the group play is going to be on Tuesday. And so far, Atlanta has clinched the East Group C. Houston has clinched West Group A. And Golden State has clinched West Group C. that still leaves a lot to be determined. So, if New York wins, they will end up clinching the East Group A. If Orlando wins, they will end up clinching the group. If Detroit clinches with a win, or they can also have a wild card route.
Yep.
Milwaukee clinches with a win, or they have a wild card route. So
Yep.
either of those two teams will be in there. And then moving on to the West, that's where things get a little bit more complicated. It looks like San Antonio or Oklahoma City are going to come out of Group B. Clippers or Portland, and then Dallas or Denver.
Uh-huh.
And of course, there's still wild card scenarios as well. So none of those teams are quite out yet, but both of our teams are.
My Lakers is done.
My Sixers never had a shot, so.
It's crazy.
But
It's crazy.
But if you had to guess now, who do you think is going to end up winning?
I really don't know. Cause it like I said, I haven't been keeping up with it. And you said who's left in it?
Atlanta, Houston, Golden State, and then potentially New York, Orlando, Detroit, Milwaukee, Clippers, Portland, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Denver.
Denver or Golden State?
I know. I
like
think
that's weird.
I think OKC might get it.
I would love to see Shay get something, but like I'm not even big on how much this in-season tournament means to players,
Yeah.
as opposed to it's a gimmick for the league and they signed to the league and they get a couple extra dollars, you know. But like, if it's any recognition Shay could get, I'm with it. I fuck with Shay. I love Shay. SGA game. He tough. He tough. Like he's like unguardable. It's ridiculous. He's like a slow motion Penny Hardaway. Like this nigga just get moves off on niggas every time he feel like it. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know, but I'm pissed we out of it.
Yeah.
We ain't expect y'all to stay in it because y'all ain't figured out y'all thing yet.
Yeah, we ain't figured out shit yet.
Nah, y'all still playing with 7-foot niggas every 3 days.
Yep. And I mean, realistically, and this might be my sour Sixers tinge on everything, but realistically, I don't think that the NBA Cup was quite the success this year that it was last year. I think that having the restrictions on the court really put a damper on things that the NBA probably was not expecting.
Yeah, they dropped the ball.
That was a huge ball drop in my opinion, and I've heard other people say it too, so I know it's not just me being crazy and enjoying the courts like that.
And some of the city courts are better.
Right.
And so are the uniforms that go along with them.
Right.
So it's like y'all still competing with that court and that jersey, and y'all not matching up.
Facts.
You
That
see what
part.
I'm saying? Like, it's weird because y'all great at marketing.
Yeah.
Y'all did a good job rolling it out and was like, well, now they just got to deal with it. Like, y'all didn't even want to put the energy into it this year.
At all. Like,
It was
look
like,
at this logo.
what can we maintain and save 1.3 billion? Okay, cool. Let's go that way. Like, that's crazy when you making trillions off of this machine, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because y'all thinking about network deals and all of that, man. Coca-Cola. All them vendors. Are you crazy? Like, these motherfuckers making trillions, and you talk about, we need all the courts to just be different colors this year. Nah, man, let them get crazy. Let every graffiti artist in every city throw a tag on the joint. No, like, you could do different kind of stuff that'll be dope and it'll be charitable or whatever have you.
Right.
Like, you already started the momentum of doing something new and exciting and
Yeah.
something that was culturally relevant to, like, the younger generation. Because the old heads don't give a fuck about an in-season tournament.
And that's the thing. I feel like they, like... I'm trying to find a word besides whitewash, but...
They dropped the ball.
Yeah, they just, like, watered down the whole...
Because it still wasn't...
Situation.
Like, last year it didn't solidify the situation.
No, not at all.
People were still confused. People were still like, what did it mean? But some people enjoyed it. And a lot of what they enjoyed was the theatrics of it.
Yeah.
The showmanship.
And now you've just solidified that I really don't think I care about it.
And then when y'all go to try to re-energize it next season, it's going to feel like what y'all keep doing with the All-Star game.
Right. Trying to reinvent something every year.
I don't know what is the thing I'm supposed to show up for.
Right.
And if I'm buying tickets and flights, then I need to know what I'm going out there to see.
Which, speaking of, I've heard some crazy things about the All-Star game this year, too. Have you?
I told you they was doing tournament style.
I don't understand.
Look it up.
I'm trying to do that
Please
now.
look it up. And I don't mean to boss you around, but like it's really that weird where I don't want to say it without having it in front of us. Yeah. But they gave a new layout and everybody's confused. Nobody's happy. People want to find a way to put pressure on stars to be in a dunk contest. They're trying to figure out ways to avoid putting pressure on the dunk contest. We might not get the WNBA player versus the NBA shooter again this year, which was a big deal last year.
Okay, so it is a 4-team tournament-style format.
4 teams.
So there's 2...
You got to score 40 points, and 25 points to win.
2 semifinal games played up to 40 points, with the winners advancing to a final match up to 25 points. So now they're limiting the only part about the All-Star game that we want to see, which is people scoring ridiculous amounts of points.
We wanted to
With
see a little more
ridiculous
defense.
dunks.
We want to see a little more defense.
I mean, sure, we would love to see more
You don't
defense.
got to score 200 no more. Like,
But I like to see the dunks. I like to see the crazy three-pointers. Like, this is part of why we watch, is because we expect to see a high-scoring game.
Because
I don't think anybody
don't really
wants to
play that
see a
much defense,
defensive
though.
showdown
Yeah.
for the All-Star game, even if they do start to play more defense.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you don't want
All-Star
nobody to
game
get
look like
hurt.
You don't want somebody
Exactly.
to get hurt. Yeah.
But the twist is when you say 40, 40, and 25 as far as point rate, point different points to get to win the game.
Yeah.
You don't know how quick in an All-Star game a game could be 40 to 12. Because you got powerhouses on both sides. Like sometimes them games change drastically by quarters and halves. But when you just let somebody get out on you, and this nigga's going nuts, and somebody following up, and y'all missed a couple, you get the 40 real quick in an All-Star game. That's a short game, bro. That's like, damn, I ain't even get back from the hot dog stand yet, and the game over. Like,
Are we gonna get to see more playing time out of each of our players? Is that why they're doing this? To
that's
get some
not
of the,
going to
like,
necessarily happen because it depends on if your team wins the first game or not.
And are all the games going to be televised?
Yeah, because it's a tournament. So what happens is they're playing them relatively back to back, I believe,
Okay.
unless they're doing it day by day, because it is a 3-day weekend. But I don't see them dividing. I don't see them adding a main part of the weekend to every other day of the weekend when they have other things they have to get off.
Now, let me be
So,
clear.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch.
I mean,
much
I
as I'm
always
complaining-
peek. Sometimes I put it on mute, and sometimes I,
I'm still
peek
gonna
at it.
watch. But I don't see this format helping anything.
I feel like we've seen them do the thing where you had to run up a certain amount of points per quarter, and that didn't really work right. And I think the best idea I've heard, and Cam, I believe, said it first, but I've seen people on ESPN adopt it. A majority of the top players in the league, or at least a large portion of them, are overseas players. Put overseas players versus Americans in an All-Star game. And go crazy. That'll be a crazy game because the overseas players is going to play their fucking heart out.
Right, they always do.
They always do. It's the same as the Olympics, right?
And it's gonna make the Americans turn
And
up because they don't want to
Americans is
lose
going
their
to
own
have to,
league.
and fucking Garci, what's his name? Jokic keep getting the motherfucking MVP. You ain't busting my ass in All-Star too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that especially this year,
But Joker and Giannis both on the same team.
ridiculous. But deal with it.
Who do we have?
Steph.
Anthony Davis?
Ant going crazy. Don't disrespect Ant.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Ant going crazy right now.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, mind you, they still get Shay. And I think people keep forgetting Shay Canadian.
Right.
But
still get
like,
Shay.
they still get Shay with I hate that. I want him to be American so bad.
I was just playing
I
against
like
him
this
on
idea,
2K.
though.
That boy is a
But I
problem.
think that
They
that's
get
the
Webby too. Like they have Webby, Giannis,
Yep.
and Joker
yep.
and Shay.
And I like it
I'm in
because
this
we still
series.
get Durant, and everybody else.
That's assuming that Durant still makes All-Star.
Durant makes All-Star.
I was in the
Alright.
semis on
Coaches of
2K.
votes, he makes All-Star.
I was in the semis on 2K with the Timberwolves against
And
the
Edwards.
Thunder.
Oh, the Thunder.
Yes,
And Shea Gilgeous was going
Oh
nuts.
my god! I had
Shay,
to
that
fucking.
work.
I had to play this game like 5 times over again to not lose. Like
Bro, Shay that work, bro. Like, no, they not
just kept
exaggerating
quitting
on the game.
Like, all right, fuck
He's
it.
stupid.
Start over.
Like, he's
Yeah,
stupid.
problem.
And he looked regular. And he walked like nothing going on.
His vision is crazy.
Yep.
He can do everything.
He really that, yo. So, nah, man.
That's why Gilly always trying to throw his name in his name.
Yeah, Shay. Well, his middle name is Gilchrist.
Yeah, but his name Gil. So
I mean,
he's-
his first and last
Yeah,
name.
you say something Gil, Shay Gil, some shit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he be doing that. But Gil be on point with the nicknames, though. He kind of be killing them Jones.
Yeah, he
a little
do
bit.
be. He do.
I can't really hate.
It'd be funny, no, exactly.
Them Jones be good work.
Mm-hmm. On the
But-
freestyle tip, anyway.
But no, you know, whatever happens with the cup, they got to figure it out just like All-Star. I know he went off on All-Star, but it's similar. It's like y'all playing the herky jerk because y'all already know that whatever y'all baseline audience is, y'all already have. And that's enough. So we're just going to pick what we want to donate extra energy to or how we want to manipulate this for whatever we're actually trying to do internationally while acting like we're trying to please the fans.
Right.
And I think that that's becoming very obvious.
I agree.
So
All right, let's move on.
that's the moral of that story.
Let's talk about this video. Hold on.
You got a video?
I do.
You got your video from earlier?
I
Okay.
could.
Kay was on Good Day Uncut for about 30 minutes, tearing it up this morning.
I
What's
was.
Good Day Uncut?
It's a
It's
Kay.
on Fox 29.
Oh shit, you were on Fox 29?
Yeah, I was on Fox 29 for a good 30
She
minutes
always on the
today.
news,
Oh,
but she did 30 minutes a day. She was walking him through it.
yo, that's
Oh,
Kay killed it.
okay. So somebody just commented in the chat. So shout out to Daddy O Baby. He said that NBA fell off bad, man. Shaking my head, lol. And then shout out to Mariel. I can't say that word. Shout out from Amsterdam, cuz stay straight, my homeboys.
Word,
Shout out
word,
to you.
word.
Shout out to
Salute, salute,
Amsterdam.
salute,
Yo,
salute.
Daddy O is an artist from Philly, man. He had a record on on Power 99 and shit
Yep.
before. Shout out to him, man.
He just came up last week. No bullshit.
That's crazy.
Somebody just mentioned him last week.
I think I did.
Was it you?
I might have.
All right, it was somebody last week that just mentioned Daddy O.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Salute, salute, salute.
Yeah, for sure. He was talking about getting him up here and shit.
All right. So,
I did see when they was talking about this.
so you can go ahead and introduce it.
See, the thing is, I don't remember the progression. I know that Cam gets sidetracked,
I do have a video.
and he starts talking about, you know, Mace, we done been everywhere, man. Where would you say, like, and it eventually got to the point where Detroit was mentioned and then co-signed, but they went a lot of places first. Let me see what the video catches.
Hold on.
Shout out to Stat Baby, Cam and Mace.
Before you were married,
I know I said Miami earlier.
See,
Detroit is another place.
Detroit.
see how he said Miami
Yeah,
earlier?
for
That's
real.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them Detroit. Yeah, Detroit, baby. Detroit, man. Before they made it to no-fly zone.
Yeah, before the no-fly zone, Detroit
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, Detroit, man. You are.
No.
Yeah, so that's how it went.
I
But
just-
that conversation was a longer conversation.
Nah, for sure. But I was just thinking, like, damn, who we got in Detroit? There's some bad ones in Detroit that
Cash
just
Doll.
everybody know about. Like,
Cash down.
so imagine the ones that don't know. Like we know the cities that be having like celebrity bad Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you heard he said something very important though.
What?
Before the no-fly zone. You know how long the no-fly zone been in effect, bro?
What, in Detroit?
Yeah.
A long
Since
time.
when Trick said, yo, y'all not gonna keep coming out here and get money out here unless
Uh-huh.
y'all motherfucking tap in and
Yeah.
motherfucking make sure y'all did it.
Yeah.
So since then, Detroit has no police after what, 8 p.m.?
For real?
They got blue green light districts and shit like that. If chat tap in with me if I'm right or wrong.
Yo, what?
Yeah, like
know
they,
that.
Huh?
they are at a deficit in their budget.
Oh, that I knew.
So the police tap out after a certain time of night and you're on your own.
That's crazy.
And they got cameras everywhere, like outside all the gas stations and the stores. That's, you know, the blue light joints, we got the boxes. They got green light joints. And a green light zone means something. Like it's protected or whatever have you, whatever. But like, no, it's different out there. So it's like, if you come out the house after family TV time, you with the wolves.
That shit like the purge, huh?
So that's why niggas be like, before the no-fly zone shit, because a lot of shit happened since the no-fly zone shit. First of all, being the no-fly zone. Like, oh, now we got to go out there and play a different game. We want to play that game before. I'm tapping it with the homie.
Right.
And then on top of that, they get to run wild after 9 p.m.?
Yeah, that's wild.
Ain't no studio safe in the city.
Yeah,
I got to be with Royce in the compound.
Yeah. You better be with them niggas, like.
You know what I'm saying? So, y'all could fact check me if I'm, but no, it's a thing, and it's similar. Y'all don't realize that there's laws in certain states. Like, people think that we're used to it being no statute of limitations on murder. Motherfuckers in other cities could get locked up for a body, and if they can't figure that out within 2 or 3 years, they gotta let them go.
No, nigga, listen. Down south, you could smoke a nigga in front of the police.
And claim
and walk off.
Stand my ground.
Yeah, but in some cases, you know, it's certain shit going on where motherfuckers don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, that's the thing. If Kay runs into you at Walmart and you her ex sneaky link, you know what I'm saying? And you like, so what's up with you? Like, what happened with that shit? And she just bust your ass in front of the law. I'm pretty sure they not gonna grab Kay and say something about it.
No, not just that, but like black on black shit too.
Yeah, well, you let you exterminate.
Shout out, listen, shout out my man Outlaw OTR. He a battle rapper that fuck with OTR in Jersey, but he from North Carolina or South Carolina, one of them. He from the Carolinas. He told me he seen a nigga get shot close range with a shotgun. The police was like 30 yards away, something short away. And he walked off and got in his car and pulled off. He said they went and got him a couple days later, but that shit like that. Like, no, motherfuckers like just got, like, Jones just... When I was down there for that battle, I'm in a hotel, bro. This niggas hanging out, looking like they living in the joint. Old head boy look like a cold smoker. He walking around with big ass Trey Pound 7 hanging out his back pocket. It ain't even on some secure shit. It's hanging.
I went to college with country niggas, right? And it sound funny because it's college. But imagine a football playing country nigga. He ain't really there for school, right? He get into something at the club. He walk out. When the club let out 2 hours later, this nigga is standing next to a pole with something this long leaning on the fucking pole. You ain't never country boy. It's a standoff. Like, he's running his play. He like, I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do my thing. And he put that shit next to him, and took 2 steps away from it, and it was what it was. And you supposed to know that niggas was walking out like, what the fuck time is he on? But the country boys is like, no, that's how they.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, that's what we doing.
We can still fight. The joint right there, though. Yeah. And I'm good with that. Like, backyard since I was 6.
This nigga been shooting birds and shit out the sky his whole life.
You know, eat what you catch.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, you don't know who you in school with,
you
bro.
Listen.
And mind you,
East Coast niggas don't want no smoke with them down south boys on that tip. They done boys crazy.
I'll tell you 2 things. One, his anxiety was bothering him. He had to figure this out. He ain't want to go home.
Right.
2, niggas told y'all a long time ago, I think it was Killer Mike said, man, you city niggas think y'all getting over. What happened if all the grocery stores close and the electric get cut off? You niggas don't even know when fish is upstream. Nigga, I felt like a fucking nut. Now, mind you, I know some folks that know some things that I probably tap in with, like, yo, I'm with y'all.
Nah, I feel you.
I'll pull my weight. I promise I will.
Nah, I feel you.
But, like, no, we really dumb. We call them country, well, not me, but, you know, people up here call them country dumb. They slicker than you. You know how to pay for shit. You don't know how to do shit. It's crazy. My bad, but no, Detroit, I mean, they probably do got a bunch of beautiful women. I know all the ones that come out of there are beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I want to go see.
And I know anywhere that's that ghetto, there's some motherfuckers in there.
Thanks.
Motherfuckers in there. But it's a lot of people. We just saw the girl on the show from Detroit. She grew up in an abandoned house. They were squatters. Remember, Kay?
Was that Detroit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Detroit got a lot of history.
Because you know they had the dollar houses and you know Angela Yee and them cashed in down there, and so did Envy. It was cheap down there, but it was a lot of having to get people out of your shit, squatters' rights and all of that. Yeah. Detroit crazy, yo. Shout out Detroit.
It's a movie about a lot of shit that happened back in the day out there, and it's a lot of music history, and then you know the General Motors.
They got the
thing, all of
biggest.
that.
They got the biggest movies on Tubi.
No, I'm talking about the Detroit movie
Oh, I
with
was
the
talking about
singer. What's his name? Lattimore in that joint. You know what I'm talking about?
Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
I was talking about Buffed Up.
No, you talking about you talking about Murder Pain movies.
They got a good little production situation.
They shit nice though.
I like
that.
what they doing.
No, I'm talking about the Detroit movie.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I'm fucking
it's
with
like it's in the civil rights.
I saw
time.
this a few weeks ago too, but let's get into it.
Yeah,
Man.
this is wild.
No, you know what's funny about it?
Don't tell me that because I'm 250. I could have did that without even kicking that shit. I could have hit that with a shoulder and did that.
You know what I thought about? He's probably a contractor.
Man, you on some bullshit.
No, because if it's you, if they lock you in a room in a building like that, you're assuming whatever you're in front of is backed by concrete.
No, not me.
When
Not
did you ever
me.
kick the wall in?
I did.
You kicked the
Demolition
wall
work
in
before.
the interrogation room.
I did demolition
So,
work before.
are you?
But
Wait,
that's what I'm saying. You're a contractor,
But I did that type of work before.
so you know.
can we introduce
Right.
the topic?
Go ahead.
Y'all get so far ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I did that. That was my fault.
All right, so as you can see in the video that's going here, this man is in an interrogation room. And he kicks through the wall and escapes while nobody was looking.
He got right through that joint like butter. That joint light as shit.
Bro, you gotta kick me more times to get through the door. Like, that was crazy.
I'm gonna just let it keep
Like,
playing
imagine
on
you was
replay.
blocking the door. They gotta kick you more to that.
Bro, I could have hit that shit with his shoulder, been through the whole way.
You a fucking ram?
Like, that's
Nigga's a ram
crazy.
now. No, when I saw this shit, but like I said, he had to know. Cause like,
He probably was leaning. He could have been
cause
listening.
imagine you just was guessing and you kicked that bitch and broke your whole fucking ankle and leg and they
No.
come back in there, you just lay there holding your shit.
Bro, I done been in like, all right, not to say it's cool, but I done been in arguments and shit in an apartment or something like that or a house and just haul off and punch the wall.
You ain't learned your lesson
Not,
yet?
no, listen, I have now, but
Okay.
I'm talking about in the past.
No, cause I know a lot
I
of
ain't-
young men that done that.
No, but listen, I ain't. I ain't do none of
I
that.
can go outside.
No. I'm saying like you don't pad the wall
Yeah.
before you haul off and punch it. You just punch it.
He didn't kick
And
that.
then you find yourself going through the shit,
He
right?
didn't kick the wall out of frustration though. He kicked the wall with intention.
He did. But he could have been leaning on it to some shit earlier than that. You know what I'm saying? They got this man in the interrogation room with no cuffs and shit on. Most times you be cuffed up.
Mind you, I'm glad you got there because that was my question. Why ain't no cuffs on? Because it wasn't just him kicking the wall. He pushed the wall open with both hands.
That's what I'm saying. So
Look,
if he
he's
was
holding the wall. That's weird.
body, that's all action. But
Maybe
that's what I'm
this
saying.
is a setup.
He could have been leaning around on the wall, like he could have been in there antsy, moving around, and felt how
said it was
hollow it
hollow?
was. Oh, I'm out. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what made me think he built garages. He probably was like a stud finder. He was like, you know how a stud finder works.
Bro,
right?
that's racist as shit.
Why? I said-
Boy, look like a Mexican, bro.
I can't see nothing but the back of somebody kicking the wall. I don't know
Bro,
nothing.
he's 4'8".
How we know that?
And you like, and you
Bro,
like
the
brown.
table is
And you see his
the
hair.
table is below his waist. You're actually making him shorter than he is.
Bro, he's short as shit.
Bro,
Con's
stand
like
up.
4'10".
Stand up. Where does table come?
It's elevated though. But I'm 5'9".
So he 5'7".
He like 5'4".
All right, you said he 4'8".
And he look Mexican as shit. Look at his hair. He got a mullet.
No,
Fuck
man,
you talking about?
he's Jewish.
You ain't shit. Now you Joe, keep that away from me,
I'm
bro.
joking
Don't get
with
me
you.
canceled.
I'm joking with you. Like, why you act like we gotta know what he was? We ain't
No,
gotta know
because
what
you
he
just
was.
said
'Cause I
some
said build
racist
garages?
shit. Yeah, that's some
This-
Mexican.
Wow,
That's some Mexican shit.
that's how you feel about though?
But you know that's what they be doing. They don't do construction. Mexicans don't do construction.
Okay, next topic.
Yeah, you the one started this shit.
No, you trying to line me up, K.
I don't.
That's
yeah.
you.
We're
You trying
gonna
to
move
line
on.
me up,
You somebody
K.
look like you build houses.
I said garage.
What you?
We're gonna move on.
I said garages.
Yo, you dumb as shit. I'm done with you. That's crazy.
You know I don't give a fuck.
No, man. You know,
Nah,
we
I'm
niggas. What can they do to us?
I'm chilling. I'm just fucking around.
We
with the
already at the bottom,
I'm
baby.
just fucking around with the fucking around. Oh, I got something to tell you too, bro.
Okay.
So let me bring in this topic.
You want me to say it on the stream or no?
Are you gonna get married?
What the fuck are you doing with that?
Where did that come from?
No, you said you wanted me to say it on the stream or no? Like what?
No, he just looked like somebody we know and it reminded me of something I was supposed to tell her.
Oh man,
Oh.
you a nut. Why you even say that?
Cause it's about our record.
All right, so look,
Stupid.
my guy Project Pat. If y'all know Project Pat from 3-6 Mafia, Memphis on, came the group 3-6 birth before. After Project Pat whole wave by itself, having Juicy J on a bunch of tracks. I wanted my Jones, yo, I ain't gonna lie. A crazy Project Pat story for me is around in my hood, he got into an altercation with a female on a block that was purchasing a certain product. And he was playing this shit out his mom's front window, this song. It was called Reach Back. And the hook went like, Gator boots is the suits is the clothes. Like a pimp, keep the money not folded in a roll. Like when I see you, bitch, you better at my door. Reach back, slap the hoe. So it was a situation, I don't know why, but she kept banging on his main door.
And he slapped her, bitch?
And he came outside and slapped her, bro. That shit had me crying forever, bro. And I'm sorry that he slapped that female because that's not cool.
Theme music on for it.
Yeah, like I always remember Project Pat because of this nigga though. This nigga used to always play that shit. But Project Pat is now a pastor traveling prisons to preach the word of God. And I think you got to give a big hand for some shit like that because, not only do these guys come from poverty and then go through the streets and the wolves of the streets and then get to the evils, addictions and get into the evils of the industry and all of that, to be able to still see that you can use, your voice and, your notoriety to motivate people in their spirituality. I think that's just as important as motivating people through the culture. You know what I mean?
As or more. It is what it is. Like, the crazy shit about me, when I first got to college,
Pat was that
for all the DC niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like 3-6 Mafia and Pat and them, all them DC, PG niggas was loving Pat. And we wasn't on that energy at the time, right? It's like 01. By 02, I think I had a townhouse and I was a sophomore and everybody else in there was either seniors or graduated. But one of my roommates wasn't from Philly, he was from DC. And he had a system in his room. And then my other roommate that was from Philly had the room in the basement and he had a bigger set of speakers in his room. And both of them niggas woke up every morning to 3-6 Mafia. So 3-6 Mafia was my alarm clock for months.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know how
they made that type of shit to wake you the fuck up.
Them niggas would they roll over, turn that shit on, and before they get out the bed, I be laying in my bed like, God damn, what time? I gotta get situated. Especially when I was getting a ride to campus, right? And what would happen is within 3 minutes, my nigga from the basement be knocking on my door, about to get in the shower, like, yo, about to be out soon, get yourself together.
Right.
So that meant when he get out the shower, get your ass in the shower. Because I got dressed faster than niggas. But like,
bro,
yeah,
them niggas
they
is
woke
still
me
relevant.
up.
They music is still relevant to this day.
Every morning,
all
I
the
woke up to
remixes,
Project
the
Pat.
samples, Glorilla and all that slop on my
they still juicing all that shit.
Late in that bed, and that's that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's their work. I mean, it's
What's
very
my-
vulgar. But
No, I like a lot of that shit now. It grew on me, but like I said, it became like a theme in the house. Like it was morning music, like how you woke up listening to Whitney.
and
Like, it
these
was
guys
crazy.
is disrespectful and ratchet. And
Bro, but that used to be
vulgar
my.
as shit.
You know, I used to get in rap arguments. Like, how your favorite rapper rap about snorting coke? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be arguing with niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
And then another thing too, you know what I thought about when I got older?
Fly Till You Die came out and changed everything. Though.
Yeah, super.
But go
Because
ahead.
it started to be pimp music. But bro, 3-6 Mafia? Why? Why 3-6 Mafia?
That was part of it too. That was part of it too. We all know what that is.
Right. Why?
All know what that is.
You know.
And I ain't gonna lie, Project Pat done said some of the most blatant, vulgar
Right.
shit you ever heard in
Right.
your life,
And-
and didn't even rhyme it. Just let it live.
Ready to just let it land. Wow. Well, that makes a correlation because is that the reason why he may be doing this now?
I mean, I think you live and you go through things, and you land where you land, man. I'm working on things right now. Who knows how much I might work on that might put me to a point where I'm using my voice for a whole nother platform.
Like, a whole nother different
Yeah,
direction.
different direction or whatever have you. Like, you never know, man. You never know. I wish him the best, and I'm glad that he seems, because this isn't the first time or the only picture of him doing this ministry. He seems to be in a great place, yo.
And that's what
And
I
he
wanted to
seems
point
to
out.
be healthier than he was, because Pat was heavy with the drink and all of that, and that puts a lot of weight on you.
No, but all in all, just another legend.
Stress on
He
you.
a living legend. Like all the legends we done lost
Yeah.
recently in the past 5 to 10 years. Like you got to shout out Project Pat,
Well-
the whole 3-6 situation, and salute him for what he's doing today.
Even if, God forbid, something happened to him soon, he's adding years onto what he's done on this earth as we speak.
Right.
And
right.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Legacy.
Giving people hope and wisdom is always a beautiful thing. Always. Always. Kay, what you think? You know anything about Project Pat? You ain't listen to Project Petter.
You ain't never
Pocket
heard
still
sippin'?
fatter.
Sipping on some scissors.
Yeah, I've listened to some.
Sipping on some scissors.
You know how crazy
I listened
Pat
to more
was?
3-6 Mafia than just his
him?
solo stuff.
Yeah.
Well, see, what
That's
happened
still him,
was,
though. If you listen to 3-6, that's fucking.
but
okay.
what happened
Yeah.
was, and this is around the time I went to college, he was locked up. So a
And
lot
he
of they
carried torch.
fans wasn't listening to records that he wasn't a part of, like that he not a part of. He wasn't home for. They was listening to the music before he went away, and then Juicy just hit that knob on niggas, bro, and it got kind of crazy. But like I watched niggas be like, "Oh no, I'm talking about old 3-6, like when Pat was home."
Yo,
And
this
then
how
that
much
just
I used to
changed.
fuck with Pat and them, right? You ever watch the movie
So
Choices?
am I right?
Yeah.
That's-
You
I'm
ever
right
seen the
about that.
movie Choices that
Yeah.
they did?
Yeah.
My pop put me on that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
No bullshit. My pop was alive, showed me that movie.
I was in college, so I
And it
watched
came
Choices.
on, you know when it come on, like the shorty in the car,
Yeah.
and my grandma in the room, she like, this what you wanting to watch? Cause I'm a buck, I'm like 15 at the time. He like, no, it's got good messages in the movie. It's about choices.
Hey man,
Real shit. Like I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Real memory.
fucking KD,
Shout out to my angels, man. Mom.
KD Kane, KD, KD Kane.
You funny as shit. That's just a movie, not a fucking 357 Magnum.
Nah, but you
I had a crazy life, man.
grew up different.
That wasn't a pistol or nothing, y'all. That was a lighter.
I know.
No, cause you know our audience. Can I mention this real quick? I walked around for about a week, going out. You know, 'tis the season. Pop up, pop out, and everywhere I go, they like, yo. When that bottle exploded and the ball jumped off the joint, yo, that was crazy. And the funny thing is, they try to tie it in like they watched the stream. I'm like, y'all saw it on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like, it's so funny because it's starting conversations, and I love to
Yeah.
have conversations. Even if y'all did see it on the gram, it's all love.
That's
but
why I
it's
ain't
so
no problem
funny
posting it.
because it went crazy to the point that like niggas is trying to give me tips. Like, yo, if you do this with it, like, bro, we already got a production
that
team. We
shit,
know what we
dog.
about to do. Like, you don't know.
Yo, they ain't hear the freestyle. Y'all ain't hear me say I ain't staged content for lives, bro. I'm traumatized. I'm really burnt out. I might think, somebody might be coming to get me, and I ain't did shit to nobody. But that's just That's my life.
But
You know what I mean?
shout out to y'all, cause y'all funny as hell, man.
Yo,
That
y'all
thing
is,
been
though.
going. It took on a life of its own again, and that's what I tell you all the time. Every time something of ours go crazy, we don't never be knowing. Like, and the crazy thing about it is, it's gonna keep coming back because
Bro,
of what
niggas
happened.
Inside the same way too.
Niggas is gonna make a meme out of you diving off of a sound. It's gonna be the beginning of their song, and you gonna dive off the chair. Like, watch.
Right.
Like, because it takes on a life. Like I told you that what's the name video wound up on Nicki Minaj.
No, I heard
story.
about that shit. I heard about that shit.
Like, that shit
That
crazy.
stab shit.
You don't even know where it go. But I'm talking about our video with the
Oh
Philly
yeah,
Goats.
yeah.
That shit wound up on Nicki's story a year later. I was like, what the fuck?
Excuse me.
So, Kay, where we at?
We got a couple of things left.
You want to get political on ain't none of that?
Sure.
Do you think?
We can get political.
On ain't nut ass.
So you probably actually watched more recent
heard about
news
this.
reports about this than I have. But
Right.
basically what happened is for the entire election season, a year now basically, since this came up, Biden has been saying, oh, I'm not going to pardon my son. That would be irresponsible. That would be, disingenuous. That would be, creating an exemption for somebody just because they're my family. That would be crazy. Well, guess what he did, guys? He pardoned his son.
What is his son locked up for?
Tax evasion and gun charges.
Yeah, so what happens is there's a tax evasion situation, and there's also a situation where he signed up and registered for a legal gun while lying about his drug use. And he was a crackhead, so to speak. So that backfired, and they tied it together, and it became political at a certain point to where, like, it was a thing that was supposed to be like probation, and then it wound up getting reevaluated in time, things added on to it, to where it seemed like they were doing this because of the climate and to get at Biden at one point. Not saying whether it was or not, but that was what the situation felt like at a certain point. And he wound up getting a heavier sentence than was expected. As far as it goes, like, we still know the stories of them finding coke in the White House and can't say whose it was, and you know what I mean?
That's deep.
But at the same time, imagine trying to position yourself for a campaign against somebody that you know is going to pardon a lot of people that you don't think are worthy of pardoning. So you kind of got to run that play as to what you would and wouldn't do for your own and what that's based on. But once you, don't run against that person, so now it's no longer political. This is still your son. And then two, the person that you know is going to do whatever the fuck he wants when he gets a position is next up.
Yeah.
Then
Your
I'd be
son.
damned if my son sit there while you run this shit amok and I don't even know what it's going to look like for prisons in the next 4 years.
Yeah, fix.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like as much as people don't want to respect the fact that he flip-flopped, it might be extenuating circumstances that forced his hand to where being a father came into play.
Yeah.
Also, his son might become targeted.
Right.
I don't think people realize that either. Do you know the balance of MAGA in the prison system?
That's crazy.
You know what an Aryan nation is?
Yeah, I heard that.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, there might be certain things that, whether he was fronting or not, nudge the needle a little more to the right.
Say, hold up, let me get him.
Let's get back to center.
Yeah.
And center is protect my cub. His mom is not with it. And we forget about that, too. Mom is every night, every breakfast. Your coffee ain't been right in 3 months. Because you ain't figuring nothing out for Junior.
Right.
Coffee been bitter as fuck. That ain't how you like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think there's a lot that plays into this, but I think that, man, and you know what's funny? A lot of black and Democratic incumbents and personalities have said, hell yeah, why the fuck wouldn't he? D.L. Hughley said as he should.
Right.
Just as personalities that support and, go against certain things. Like, there's a lot of people that's like with it. But this would have been used as a ploy against him if he would have already said he was going to do it or alluded to doing it before. And now they're just going to use it against him now. Donald has already responded to it and said, well, I hope that they treat the January 6th hostages the same way. Now we back to messaging.
All right.
January 6th hostages. So what was the Capitol Police when y'all was rampaging it? Was they hostages or are they casualties or like I don't understand. But that's what's been going on, okay? Any of this new to you?
No.
You kind of expected it's part of course?
Yeah.
But that's what's going on. He flipped it into January 6th hostages.
Not
That
at
was
all
his
surprised.
that was his response immediately.
I do. Yeah. Of course he did.
While he continues to appoint every fucking TV personality that agreed with him to a position of power that the Senate is going to have to deal with.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It sure is.
Talk about putting your thumb on a scale. You ever seen Strapped?
Yeah.
Remember when he put the matchbook under the deli joint? He went in the deli. He was getting a fresh cut sandwich. They were slicing the meat on the spot. He put the little matchbook under the edge of the joint you weigh the meat on, so that it wouldn't weigh as heavy as it's supposed to. Then he snatched it out real quick and started an argument about, I want as much as he had on his shit. Pick my shit like you made
I
his
never
shit.
peeped that.
Remember when a kid got shot?
I
in
got
store?
I know the argument,
That's
but I
what
ain't peeped the matchbook shit.
Yeah, when he first walked in, he threw the matchbook under that. That's putting your thumb on the scale, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Same shit. See, I don't be off with my joint. You gonna watch it again? You gonna be like, that was crazy.
I ain't know that. I ain't never guessed that.
Man. And it happened in The Sopranos too.
Huh.
Sopranos is most relevant. Yeah. So yeah.
We got one more thing to touch on, guys.
Yeah, we out of here, man. We had a great time with y'all tonight. Monday Night Football is on. Kay had a long day. She's done great this stream, though. And congratulations once again on Good Day Uncut. You killed that.
Thank you.
Fire.
Catch me on PHL tomorrow morning.
Oh,
See what I'm
shit.
saying? The party don't stop.
That's
And
crazy.
what I was alluding to earlier is a record that was curated by Kay that we about to lay the finishing touches on. I saw the producer the other day at the battle, pulled me out my seat, and I said, "Hey, I've been looking for you." And he said, "I got the same number, same address, and I owe y'all some beats." I said, "All right, then we gonna get with you soon." So that's what we doing.
That's what's
You
up.
told him about that song, though? What he needs to do?
I didn't give him details. I told him it was a couple things he wanted to do to it, and he was like, you know how a nigga just start talking over you, like, no, whatever you want, like, you know, you good, like, just like, yo, like, I'm same place, like, you know what I mean? It was like one of them.
He say he had a new spot.
And mind you, well, newer than where you know.
Yeah.
I've been to the new spot.
All right.
So, yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
I recorded at the new spot. All right. It ain't
Look
far.
at you sneaky recording and shit.
No, it was a one of them nights he went on a joint and was like, yo, somebody want to whatever, and I'm like, I'm pulling up, and I pulled up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you still a rapper, Sammy?
I mean, you know, media get heavy, but bars is life. Bars is life until bars is life.
Hey, for sure.
Let's do it.
Are we going into the topic now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was what Let's Do It meant. My bad.
Yeah, no, you confused me because I thought for a second that we had already covered it and I missed it or something, but we here. Okay.
Go ahead.
So this was a cash topic. Lil Durk's DJ Bands, said on Instagram, and when he come home, he's still gonna be the king. Talking about Lil Durk.
That's crazy to me.
Now, a lot of people
That's what Cameron said and paid in full.
in the comments said,
FYI.
I know. That's why this is a topic.
It's
What are you saying, my man?
Yeah,
You're
that's-
his DJ. Now, if inquiring minds want to know, maybe you might be talking to Smirk, right? So why would you say?
The same
And when
thing.
he come home, he's still gonna be the king. And is a movie that the whole street culture knows worldwide, where a gangster that's being depicted as the guy Alpo Martinez says, "I give y'all some dudes from DC and other places and all that,
Ray Foreman.
but I ain't telling on nobody from Harlem, because when I come home, I'm still gonna be the king." So what the fuck does that mean, dude? Are you saying that?
so
Dirk
if
on
you're
Dirk.
it's a
asking
cheap-
me,
I think it's a cheap caption.
If you're asking me, I think that he might be trying to imply that Durk ain't talking.
No.
See,
We just laid it out for you, kid. You got to catch the wave.
But that's why I say I think it's a cheap caption, because I think that sometimes we remember things that sound a certain way and don't necessarily know where they come from, or remember where they come from.
Everybody don't
Some
know.
things become cultural that really started on some bullshit. Like, people don't realize, like, I wanted to approach her as a woman came from a talk show. And then y'all started running with it, like, in real life. And it didn't end up good for a lot of people. You see, I just wanted to come to you woman to woman. I ain't trying to, like, no, that's not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
so I think sometimes people just say stuff because it sound cool. Or maybe he thinks that really relates to him if you take out the snitching part, right?
Yeah, but it definitely
But at the
implies-
same time, it is a weird-ass caption to use when a nigga with that much money got that much on his head.
This man is facing life right now. So for you to say, and when he come home, he's still gonna be the king. Like, you know what that means?
I'm going to keep it real
Does
with
he
y'all.
know? Do DJ? Where's DJ Benz from? Is he from Chicago?
I don't know. But I'm going to tell y'all something, yo.
Chicago niggas seen paid in full, bro. And them niggas is 30 years old, at least.
But when that shit, folks, and like I say, sometimes people like, you know, mama got to have a life too. Motherfuckers don't even realize her son was 20 plus with 2 kids. They saying it about their 3-year-old. Like, we get reckless with these terms, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it get weird. So I'm not trying to necessarily put that on him, but what I was about to say is, like, there's probably a level of, like, we need to understand that sometimes when things are weird, especially when people are charged with things that have other families' mental health in limbo, we just need to say, pray for such and such. We don't need to, like, make the coolest caption.
Yeah.
We need to say, yo, hold my homie down, or pray for my folks, or if you know anybody that's close to him, reach out to them and make sure they good. You know, things of that nature.
Right.
Because that doesn't directly tie you into speculation about some shit that's weird.
But these niggas don't have no hope and no faith. They don't believe in shit, Sammy. The only thing they believe in is the glizzy.
And that's sad, because a lot of times they get in rosaries and doing things with rosaries around their neck, especially in certain cities, and they icing out these pieces, and they doing all of this, and they acting like it's that, and they'll even put this on the album cover and all of that, and it's like, yo, at the end of the day, like I say, man, you ain't gotta believe in the world. Believe that your grandma deserve better. Believe that your mom deserve better than to watch you go through certain things, put yourself in certain positions. Believe that your little sister needs somebody to help her through the bullshit she about to go through. Like, put something in a higher purpose than yourself, to where you could give somebody else a little leverage to be like, you know what? You got that.
At the same time, though, you got, you know, chalk that up to how people feel about themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, I've been there before. I'm not trying to talk down to nobody. I used to think 30 years old meant retirement. And that wasn't because I thought it was old. It was because of how much money I was making at 20. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I make 30, I'll buy what you want to buy? Range Rover? Matching Range Rover? I'll buy all that shit when I'm retired. Like, I was like planning my way out. Bro.
Yeah.
Knowing how crazy shit get, but also you gotta realize, like, I'm a school nigga, I'm a smart nigga. I was trying to make a Coogee.
You was trying to do some Tariq St. Patrick shit.
Not even so much. It was more like Ghost, because once I wasn't in school, it was like everything was everything. I was promoting and I was outside. So it was like a lot going on. But what I'm saying is, like, yeah, you gotta put something in a position where there was a lot of times I could have took the wrong way on a fork in the road, and I put something over myself to make sure I made the right decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but dudes gotta make better captions, man.
Captions be
DJ Benz, you got
but you know,
Durk looking crazy out here.
And you know what's crazy? And you need better captions too. But you know what's crazy? A lot of these niggas caption like the females. They caption like the females. And it just be like, I don't really know what this mean, but it sounds cool to go with what I'm trying to, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right. It's just like how they all said blame it on alcohol and they realized they was getting dissed the whole song. It is what it is.
He got Durk looking crazy, I think.
Nigga said, I ain't even know you was fired till I got drunk. on the song.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And then I told you, open your mouth.
Whoa, who said that on what song?
If you listen to Blame It on Alcohol, that's what the premise is.
What's up with them comments, K?
Not too many new ones. We good.
I ain't never know they was all down there like that.
We good. So, K,
Yeah.
what you got going on coming up, happenings?
Well, of course, I have the Fishtown Freeze coming up on December 14th. If you haven't heard about this event before, get with the times. It is happening in Fishtown, which is a section of Philadelphia, since we are global.
Talk heavy.
And that day, we will have over 20 ice sculptures throughout the neighborhood. We have a trolley that is free to hop on and hop off, going up and down the Ave. In addition to the ice sculptures that are just set out, we also have 3 live carvings throughout the day, so you can come on out and check those out with your family. At each of the live carvings, we also have little vendor markets or other things going on. Santa will be there at Mural City Cellars, and we also pair that with our holiday shopping spree. So on December 14th and December 15th, the first participating store that you shop, you get a sticker. The second participating store that you shop, you get 5% off and another sticker. And then it goes to 10%, 15%, and then the rest of the stores you shop all day that are participating, you will get 15% off. It's a great way to remember to shop local this holiday season and make sure that you support the local businesses that support you.
Yeah, I think that's super fire, so I'm going to do this.
For sure.
Shout out to you for always
For sure.
curating something that is very inclusive,
Slam dunk shit.
first and foremost, and you always innovate in new ways to make the businesses feel appreciated and to give people incentive to do more than just walk around. You know what I mean? Because it is a district where people will come out just to see the sights and walk their dogs. But overall, you wind up seeing everybody with a bag.
Right.
So you're doing something right. So salute to you, and shout out to
sure.
everybody that's a part of putting that together with you. Anything else?
Appreciate that. No, catch me on PHL talking about that and more holiday stuff tomorrow.
And on Good Day Uncut, if you go on the Fox 29 Philadelphia website and go to Good Day Uncut, you will see her segment from today promoting such events and everything else that's going on. So shout out to our own K from Font Production.
Thanks, guys.
The K.
Something like a big deal, homie. What you got going on, man?
Holiday break?
I got a situation like lined up,
I got a
like the
whole connection.
the credit
A
card,
whole connection.
like
And a
I
whole
got
connection.
an NW credit card coming, but like I got like a situation lined up where like they purchase like shit for a certain like situation that like I don't want them to tie me to. Like so, it's like
What is he?
no 'cause
Gibberish.
What
We
is
got
he telling the world?
Gibberish.
we got the drop on the bull. Like you know what I'm saying. That didn't come to the battle. Like you know what I'm saying.
Cool.
So we gonna handle that, and then after that, we got some more battles coming.
That is crazy.
Yo.
He
Like,
tried to
nah,
make
I'm
it sound deep, and it flopped. And I'm like, yo, just reel it in. And he's like, no, I'm going to just keep talking.
No, I'm just playing, man.
No, fuck
C-Cash, the album is out right now, man.
Yup!
Go get that. Go listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Never Not Working, single coming soon, man. It's called Steppin'. It was a single off my first project that I just dropped before the C-Cash joint called Net Worth. So
Yep.
me, Bossman Official, Johnny Lace, all on one joint. Video coming soon and all that. Expect a couple videos from C-Cash to drop too. You know what I'm saying? Over the holiday month and everything like that. You know, some family vibes and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? And you know, to be announced, my next dead body on the battle rap scene. You already know.
I just got.
Oh, and I got a new page. I'm sorry. I got disabled, y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened. I got disabled. So, new Instagram at the real C-Cash. Regular shit. No underscores. Just TheRealCCASH. That's it. Sorry, Sammy, you go ahead.
Nah, you good. I ain't got really, I'm just excited about the things we got on the page and on the channel. We're releasing a lot of things every day on the YouTube page. We turning up on Twitch. We doing the TikTok thing. Shout out to our super chat for the night. That was heavy. I really just, last night I hopped on live with AB. Anybody that knows her, she's awesome. And she said she wants to come through and she wants to spit. So we'll have her on very soon. Maybe next Monday, actually. We might have AB on, and that'll be a vibe. If you don't know, you will know. She been tearing shit down. I keep saying these women that's tearing down all these stages better than you niggas. She one of the ones that's consistently doing that. And she ain't bad to look at neither. So y'all gonna have a great time checking her out. Plus, she's fun. She's hella cool. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing very soon. And a couple other things up my sleeve I can't tell y'all about. So till then.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn, Sammy, you done fucked up.
Thanks, Sammy.